Okay. Match here with Tim Falls and Zane Morrison, very close in Fargo. Tim Falls is a 488. Zane is a 483. Today they're going to play a race to 9 10 ball. Looks like they got $200 in the middle there. And they're going to basically be playing standard 10 ball rules, BCA or CSI. 3-foul rule is in effect. They are going to 2 and 3 will be on the corners, but they must run out. So no early 10s. You can make the 10 and spot it, call it, and continue, but they must finish and run out. We're about ready to get started with a lag here. Let's have a little bit of fun, folks. Right. Here we go. All right, folks. I had my eyes away. Looks like Zane won the lag. Okay. I believe they're alternate breaking. That was one thing I didn't hear them talk about. We will see as the match goes on if they are alternate breaking or winner breaking. But if they're going BCA rules, they should be alternate breaking. My name is Jason Fick, and I am with Distinguished Billiards. We are using an EvoStream platform. Thank you, EvoSports. I think they've just got the most solid video platform. And my gal Val and I were talking today about that. It makes it really hard for the people that go out and do set up and stream on site. I know that the streamers take donations. I'm not sure if they get paid for the commentation after the setup. Hey, Greg, what did it cost for the Evo camera setup? Okay, so I guess it costs about 100 and something a month to have these cameras set up and going, and anyone that is a qualified, or I should say approved, EvoSports commentator, we can all commentate remotely from anywhere in the world. We just log in on our deals and commentate matches. All right, here we go.
All right, so yeah, I'm tuned in here now.
9-10 ball. Well, we have a dry break. Tim Falls has a look at the 1.
Well, how's that 2-3 transition look, Jason?
Well, I think with the 1, if you're going to cut the 1 in, you're just going to use a little bit of right, maybe high, and you're either going to just come across the 1 rail to play the 2 in the same pocket, or time and a half and play the 2 in the upper right. Oh, good cut shot. Hit it on the thin side, goes time and a half, gets fairly straight on the 2, but it looks like a stop shot gets in the 3 ball perfectly. And then the 4 ball has to be dealt with around the 9 ball. Now, this should already be in your heads if any rotation. Really good rotation players are going to think about this all the time. Try to think 3 balls ahead. That way you always see your projected problem. And the 4 might slide past the 9. It looks like it might have a little more than half a pocket, but it could be closed. My angle's a little bit cut off. We do have a different camera. Where's my other camera, Greg?
Slide to the left. There you go. It's at the top there with the camera player cam.
Okay. So, right. What happened?
Click on the top one, the player camera.
Okay.
Well, apparently that camera is not up and running at the moment, so we're just going to have the
Okay.
one today.
We're gonna be using one camera. Our other camera is not up right now, I guess. All right, let's get back to this match. Looks like the 9-ball has moved out of the way. And the 4-ball's wide open. Looks like ZANE has a little bit of draw pitch room. He can get up around the 8. Perfect. A little bit of a heavy stroke, but still in line for shape.
Now the 6 looks like he's got to really get into a certain position.
Well, it is, because I don't think it slides past the 8, and it may not go past the 10, but I would certainly be wanting to get on that side of it.
He might come downhill enough.
It's pretty decent.
Might be going for a safety. He's not going for the back cut. Yeah, absolutely. He does tie it up nicely.
Val says thank you. All right, this is a pretty good looking little safe right here. He's pretty tied up. If he can't get past the 9, the 2 rails almost shut down. To me, looking at the shadows, he looks frozen to the 7. That 9 might be in his pathway. Now, he does have 2 rail opportunity to the upper right corner, wrapping that. You could 1 rail on what our view is the right side of the 9 and come to the bottom rail using right spin and try to come into the 6.
Yeah, it looks
or
like
the 1 rail kick straight across side table.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing, Jason. I think that 1 rail kick shot looks like his highest percentage to get
a hit,
safety. I mean, he really can get a little speed control with that still, and still potentially get a little bit safe with it as well.
Yeah, I agree. It's the minimal line. I mean, basically just clearing the 7.
He does get. He does.
He
bad.
does get it. A good containment. The 6 is blocked out. Now the 6 might be able to go off the 9 into the corner on the bottom right, but I think it's a little too flat for that. ZANE's going to play safe here, I think. And decent, but not as safe as it could be. I tell you that.
Well, if Tim takes this, cut shot either direction and just puts a little stroke to it, he can shape the 7. It's a risky shot.
Oh, absolutely. I think a dead ball with just a touch of top push, cut the 6 to the upper left, and just come across the side, under the side pocket and out. He had enough to put top on it all the way past. That was a great shot. Now he's got pitch angle to come out and play the 8 in the lower right after the 7 goes in the lower right.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. So
this is a real good leave for shape to shape to shape.
Predict the 10 ball going in the side pocket, but if he gets out of line, he can't get to the corner, and it really all the pockets are options.
My brain is saying that the 10 ball will be a side pocket shot. Yeah. No matter what shape you're going to get, you can play shape to that side anywhere. Ooh! Oh, man!
He got close to that 30-second rule.
Well, the rule is actually 5 seconds in the BCA and Western BCA and CSI. If it sits there for 5 seconds, then falls, well, it gets put back up. But if it falls within 5 seconds, it counts. But it did hesitate. Oh, and Tim rushed that just a tiny bit. Saw a little bit of an arm wiggle.
Well, I think what happened there, Jason, too, is that 8 ball not falling in. You get a little bit of,
a little butterfly catch. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you don't refocus to quite the same, and you kind of do things like that at times, and it happens to the best of us.
I do it all the time.
It's important just not to miss, because the commentators, we never miss.
ZANE played really good at 9, played the thin side of the cut with a little high left and come around 2 rails right up to the side pocket leave. Really good. ZANE's going to move up 1-0.
He did, and they are using Salado out there today too, Jason, as well as the Salado template
Yeah,
on the table.
we are sponsored by Salado, and we use Salado Pro. They are using a Salado Pro today in a race of 9 10 ball. We have a challenge series going on. Greg's putting on through Distinguished Billiards, and every match of those is done with the Salado WAP.
So did Zane win the lag?
Yes.
Okay, so and then,
he racked first.
All right, so it should be Tim Falls' break here then.
Yes. He racked him. I honestly thought Tim was going to get that rack when he got.
Oh, me too. You know, I was
the 9 was perfect.
I was doing my best to stay away from a commentator curse.
Oh yeah. No, I'm with you.
We're not trying to give them anything they don't need here.
And Tim coming from 2-1 on the diamonds off the break line. Good solid break. 2 ball goes in also. 8 ball goes in. Cue ball shape. You can see the one. It is not a bootyful, but there are containments that can be played. You can back bank it to the left center pocket.
Now, both these gentlemen play different leagues. Do you know, Jason? Do they both play both leagues, APA and BCA, or?
I know Tim. He plays in our Jack and Jill, and he plays in our Skagit qualifiers. Zane plays mostly down south. I don't.
Yeah. I know he plays APA, and I know Tim Falls plays BCA.
He also plays APA.
Both of them play both leagues. Oh, so Tim Falls does play both leagues.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Zane should be playing in the Everett leagues.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's in. What's he in? Snohomish. So
yeah.
I mean, Everett has a plethora of depth of good leagues. Of course, you know, it's Snohomish County, a lot more population density. Well, good shot on the 1. He had some speed with it, but he hit contact with the 6 and the 10 and slowed him down. I think this is probably a safety. I think he called it cross-side, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's room to get it through there.
There is. I think he called it in the cross-side.
You do get decent shape if you pot this ball.
Nope.
Oh, speed control kind of became.
Ooh!
He might have got away with it.
I think there's a tiny gap, but he still might have got away with that. Not bad. I think Zane was trying to come that 3 rails off the 3 and come under the 6 for shape on the. I think that's the 4 there, isn't it? Is that the 4 or the 8? Can we see? We don't have the other camera up, so I can't get a different view of it. He's 1 rail kicking.
Oh, he does get a nice kick.
Oh, he's going to get some love here.
I think there is enough window for Zane to cut this ball, though. He's got to let the cue ball loose, though, so that can be dangerous.
There is. He said, though. Yeah, you do have to cut the cue ball loose.
Because that cue ball's going to come across the face at keep 90% of the speed or more. So, yeah, he's not going to.
Opted to play safe again, but this leaked. Tim has a good look at that 3. We also have our line here. Where is it? Okay, that's not the line I want. We need to go this way, right? Yeah. So yeah, it looks like there's plenty of room to play the deal. Okay, that's how you get rid of that. I want to change colors though. I don't know if I like the red line. All right, Tim's left himself a little close to the rail here, but he has room to English pass the side to get shape for the 7. Double looking, he might be wall pinched, but maybe not. Oh, that was the 4.
Okay, so it was the 4.
I guess it was the 4. The 8 ball's gone.
So now he's got the 6. He's got the 6 really thin, though, to shape the 7, but it's certainly manageable.
It's manageable. I think this is either a thin cut bank to set the 6 down in diamond and a half from the right lower corner pocket on the rail, and then try to spin the cue ball 2 rails up behind the 10 line or into the 7. But he is going to play the bank, which is good. Gets separation. If it rattles and kicks back to the bottom rail, you're still good. There's a lot of two-way stuff when it comes to your rotation games.
And that's a fairly decent place to put that. You still get to cut the 6 if you want to go for it, but again, you're right there letting the cue ball loose to reshape the 7.
So he forces Zane to shoot a long, thin cut shot and lets the ball loose. He's going to hit the 6 here. Okay, well this is a manageable shot. You either play this thin with the right English and try to kill the rail, or you're going to come over, bump the 7. I think you're real tough. I think it's better to bump the 7 off of this shot. I mean, if you miss it and just pop up into the 9, I mean, you really got to. Oh, he had enough to draw out and back. Great shot, Mr. Falls.
Yeah, that was a really nice.
That was stroke. A really good stroke. I love his shoes.
Now he is wearing Buffalo Bills shoes in a Seahawks area, so that is dangerous.
Yep. But in the Northwest fashion, he's wearing socks and Crocs.
This is true.
I think that's one of the weirdest things, and I've caught myself leaving my socks on and putting on sandals or flip-flops or whatever. It seems to be a Northwest thing with socks and sandals. Oh, and very well controlled shot.
That was very
good. Nice. Pocket speed, good cue ball speed. He was forced shooting top, but the control was really good there.
Let's see him produce this cut. Oh. And he's going to give that back to Zane.
Tim's going to give that to Zane. And Zane's going to go ahead 2-0. He's gotten both of these games as a late mistake from Tim.
You know, that's the thing with rotation pool too, Jason, though, is you got to finish.
Oh, absolutely. You have to finish. You get down to the last few balls and you have opportunity. That's where you can't make mistakes, because when you do, you usually sell out.
Yeah.
You leave a ball sitting in a pocket and leave somebody easy 2 or 3 ball out, and you're wanting to go in the bathroom and punch yourself in the privates.
You know, I think that's where oftentimes too, just experience and knowledge of playing rotation games comes into effect, because you'll know somewhere by about the 5 ball or whatever the ball you're at mid rack, whether you're going to be going to after potting the 10 ball, or whether you're going to be looking for a safety opportunity to get ball in hand to make your percentage as high as it can be.
And I most likely the reason Tim missed that shot was, dang it, I rattled that 9 last rack. Just that one little thought can. Ooh, Zane force follows and scratches. Okay, this table is looking fairly decent. Let's see. 4's on the down here on the lower right, 8's on the lower left. Okay, I identified the balls now. Everything else is pretty easy to deal with, even the gray 6. Which is an odd color. All right, Tim taking ball in hand here. It looks like he's just going to roll forward just a hair, get a slight angle on the 2, and either follow up for the upper right corner, or he can drop back a little for the 3 off the 5, or even play the 5. Oh, he's going to play this way. Okay, I see the same lead results with this shot angle also. You could also be trying to come above it. Oh, okay. No. It looks like he's left himself pretty straight for a side pocket shot. Okay. Tim taking a double look at what he's got here. Looking at the, looks like he was looking at the back side of the 3. He's going to play this in the corner and bump out. Let's see. Okay, looks like he's hitting low. Plays it up in the corner, rattles out. Two's going to hide behind the 8 a little bit, leaving a hit for Zane, but no pocket. Tim's got a little bit of frustration, slaps his cue on his chalk on the table. We've all been there.
We do have some angles here, though, that aren't very favorable for Zane coming through this, I think.
No, you're not. I don't think there's a oh, he did attempt to give that a cut, though. All right, well, he left him another opportunity here, but there is long distance between the 2 and the 3 and traffic.
There is enough cutting, though, that Tim does have options of whether he wants to go forward or backwards to start working in shape.
Yeah, other than the slight jack up over the 3-ball line. That certainly affects how you're going to get shape to the 3. Oh, he comes off the rail, hits it good, gets slowed down. All right, well.
Tying that 9 up really isn't favorable, but we're going to work through it.
I think if you want to try to get a shot on the 5, you definitely cut the 3 to the left and try to play 2-rail hit on the 9. And I think that's there, almost natural. You see it?
Yeah.
First diamond, third diamond, 9-ball, maybe even 2.5 diamond.
Really got to stay down and make sure you finish.
Oh, yes, you do. He's going to play a containment save. And he's going to slop a ball in. Oh, no, he didn't.
Not.
Wow, I thought it was going to go in.
Well, you have got a kick opportunity and a possible jump shot coming in here, I think.
Oh. Zane hit a couple of jump shots earlier practicing, which were fairly decent. I'm going to take a little bit of a line here. Center ball. Well, definitely not room. There is jump room, and he is going to jump. Get that line off of the table for you. Oh, and that's exactly what he did earlier.
You know, that's just
that's a highly common thing, jumping with a ball really close to the rail. I mean, that particular jump really needed to land just past the 10 and give a little hop skid. Zane hit it hard enough to land right before the 3.
Well, that's the thing. You know, he came in there with a traditional sort of jump versus a dart jump. I prefer the dart jump there because I can control landing the ball better. But maybe that's my jump.
I think so too. I mean, I prefer to have the dart and the bridge with an open table scenario. He was on the rail over there a bit. That one I don't mind doing normal. Oh, look at that. That was really pretty by Tim.
Tim Falls really focusing up here, you know, trying to get himself into this match. Put a 1 beside his name.
I like the shape where the cue ball is for the 6. And that'll work.
Yeah, you get a stun draw.
That was close enough.
Back cut angle.
Here you're just going to follow either a little bit of right and hold before the 7, or you're just going to go ahead and play 2 rails above and take your center table leave and play the 7 to the 8.
I believe he's going to go forward with it. Yeah, it's just you get to naturally let the speed go.
That's the natural angle is bumping the 7.
Yeah.
He didn't have much English, just straight cut.
I expect maybe the 8-ball in the same pocket here. The 7's going into. We'll see.
Absolutely.
If he gets stroke speed to it.
That was a well executed stroke.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the 10-ball is going to go into the side pocket there.
Well, my brain's already saying it is with where the 9-ball's sitting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to get as straight of a shot on the 9 as possible here.
Yeah,
and even this right here is manageable for side pocket shape.
Yeah, if you look at the distance of the 9 to the pocket, and then the speed that the cue ball is going to bounce off the rail, it naturally likes it. It wants to be in good shape for the 10 to the side.
I mean, if you want, you can even power across to the other side pocket for the 10. But this is just easy enough. And he lined up toward the corner.
He got for the corner, and there's nothing wrong with that. That works as well.
No. I mean, the 10 ball being in the center of the table, you've got several little spots you can stop 4 shots. So,
Yeah.
you know, you overrun one by 2 rotations, and you've got the corner.
Yeah, and that's the thing that you see you'll often see high level players doing
Ooh, yeah.
is overwriting the ball slightly and taking that extra bit of shape because the percentage of it
Mhm.
making the pocket and making the shape go up.
Well, yeah, the medium hard stroke and harder, a lot, your stick always strikes straighter. Your follow through, and you stroke with it. That's with moderate authority.
Yeah.
You're not crushing the ball, but you're going through the ball. And you and I were talking the other day. Uh, I hit the ball with a bit of speed a lot using stun shots.
Mhm.
I just use the natural angle of the ball and I punch it a lot. But that also keeps your stroke line shooting really slow can really affect wobbles. Uh, it's not the easiest to do. And on these little tables, having a very small stroke is nice to have.
Yeah,
You don't have to go rails.
and that works well as long as you can be consistent because you have to be concerned about stroke speed because
Hmm.
then you could get the steering effect from inconsistent acceleration.
Correct. And yeah, I was actually thinking about it after you commented about. I do kind of hit the ball almost the same impact or acceleration a lot.
Yeah.
I was just, yeah, it's been in my head the last couple of days after you said that. And okay, yeah, yeah. But I also notice sometimes that, like, when I'm really in tune on the diamond, my small game is pretty good.
It is. It
When I
can be
really
very.
get my eyes involved, I have a really good minimal cue ball movement when I'm in the zone, which is really nice. Okay, enough of me. Let's get back to Tim Paul's breaking the second break here. Um, he has messed up on key balls in 3 racks, and ZANE has taken advantage and taken a 3-0 lead in this race to 9. Ooh, nice 1 ball.
Yeah, and what Tim Paul should understand here, I think, Jason, too, there's nothing wrong with being down 3 racks.
No, absolutely not. You're playing rotation. All it takes is you flip the script on where you make your mistakes, and then you're right back in it. Or
Mhm.
if your opponent makes a mistake, it's a game of control, table control. I mean, you and I have watched, Filler and SVB kick safe back and forth 4 or 5 times a piece before somebody gets a decent look. I mean, they're not going to give up. If the table doesn't look right, they're not going to give up control. Oh, nice little thin cut. Unfortunately, I think Tim's going to scratch here. Well, this table's a lot easier with a ball in hand. Looks like the 4 balls in the middle of the table, 3 balls there by the 8 and 5.
Well, so yeah, here if Zane does well, potentially he could get out, but that's where you got to think about if he makes that
Zane's
other
going to play the
mistake.
3 off the 8 here. Okay, little rearrangement. Shape on a 4 looks like you can follow to the upper part of the rail and back out. I don't know. Hard to tell with this line here. Okay, he just wanted to play the pop. I would have wanted to follow a little bit because now his cue ball is going away from the 6 here.
It is now, and the 10's in the way of trying to get enough momentum. I feel like to get back to the
It's
6.
going to be a draw stroke. Missed the 8 too.
Yeah, all right, he does get
Oh,
out of
there.
it.
And he had
It's a
enough
nice
outside
bounce.
English on it. That was a good shot.
Yeah, let's give him props there. Now he can use the rail to control impact for position speed here. Correct? It looks like that
Well,
to me.
I don't think you're going to hold up for the 7 in the lower right. So, see?
Yeah.
I think you actually play the speed, but you got to come up table a little bit to have more opportunity to see the 7. You just can't get past the 10 line. He almost makes that. Okay, he has left a thin look at the 7 here. I think if I were Tim, I might come behind this and spin into the back side of the 7. No way I want to hit the what's Tim Angles is the left side of the 7 as he's looking at it. We're looking at the right side. I don't want to touch that side first here. Unless you're really good with your draw, I guess you could try to like corner bank it a little bit and draw out of it. 8
What if,
might be in the way of that line though.
well, what if he looks at the rail kick coming across the front
Oh,
face to push the 7 ball 2 rails back up where the cue ball is, but he's going to go the other way. He might be calling this.
okay, I like that. He doesn't leave a pocket shot here unless you want to bank it 3 rails.
And I think you can see Zane kick this and try and put the cue ball behind the 10, maybe.
I think I would come across the nose right here and a little follow, get the 7 to go back up middle table and come behind the 10. Kind of like that, but Zane came back uphill. Ooh. Left a bit of a touchy shot with the 7. Almost across, ball and a half rotation away from the far point.
I think I like to try to make this bank shot more than trying to get this cut down the table, but
well,
horse apiece.
The cut in the side sucks too. I mean, I think you're right. You're probably going to bank this shot and draw out of it.
Yep, absolutely. Bank it with draw because you can use the draw to manipulate the ball to the pocket. But he's going to try to cut this, I believe. Come a little forward.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
No, he was going for the bank.
He did. He threw the bank at it, but get that over by the rail. Still a difficult shot at that distance.
I like to see those banks hit a little more full with the control of your shot speed versus adjusting mentally with the cut.
Oh, overkick, gonna come around. Okay, well, a little bit too much rotation for a perfect safety shot, but I still think I might play the 7 down by the 9 and just draw back behind the 10 here a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was, thinking as well, because oh, that is the squiggle line. That's the other side. Yeah, because when you come off this angle, you get to go here and lock this up.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I'll come off of this edge like this, and this gives you the direction the 7 has to go. So this is the straight back parallel off of that. Well, about like that. So yeah, a little bit of inside draw, missing the 8.
And technically, as long as he gets in this little window here, he should be pretty good.
Yes.
He gets the
He
rail.
overstroked it a little bit. It's a delicate shot to say the least. It's like as much draw as you can get out of a 3-inch follow through in that distance, even if that. But Zane, all right, Zane's gonna put the 7 right back into the mix again. Okay, I think we have opportunity here.
No, that shot there that Zane had with that back cut, it looks manageable. Yeah, it looks manageable, but non-experienced bull players don't understand technically how difficult that is to control.
It is. With me, I got to have my eyes completely, confidently locked on that back cut of the ball, and I just have to trust it and stroke it. And one little waver, I always rattle it and miss it, or it comes back like a 1 pocket bank.
Yeah, the shadow of that ball does so much to your mental adjustments so easily.
Absolutely. It's funny how mental this game is. All the little things that contribute to why we make mistakes. Oh, took his eye off of that one. That's usually why I missed that particular shot. Look at this shape.
Yeah, I liked how he went about that too, because I know a lot of players will want to draw that off that rail, but I don't like how it shorts up on the diamond across the table.
This you got to play on the side, and you have to follow this. Almost perfect. Ooh, that could get ugly.
All right, so
Zane has a medium length table, thin cut shot on the 9 here. Overcut. All right. Mr. Falls needs to get a game here, or this set becomes very difficult to come back from.
You often start to see the changes between the players too, somewhere around game 5 and 6. You'll see someone come up, and you'll see the next player start to develop later in that set.
I've even noticed it in some of my matches. All of a sudden, you hit a point, and you have to hit a different gear.
So Tim leaving a little bit of that thin back cut angle, but I'd like him to take a little time looking at the ball, which he's doing, understanding exactly where the edge of the ball follows through as you pot it to the pocket. He does that.
Okay, I think that was a better miss than the other ones, but Zane's going to definitely take a poke at this cut.
Well, he left Zane on the back edge of that ball, so that actually increases his percentage to go in, I feel like.
Yeah. If Zane was forced to have to shoot top on this, dead center pocket. All right. I'm going to take a little bit of a bite break. Zane going to rack here. I'll be back in just a second.
Well, he can step in here, certainly. And, Zane up 4-0. He's a lot of rack on the table, playing 10 ball, race to 9. Fargo's very evenly matched. Tim Falls, though, unfortunately so far, really not closing those final shot or the final shot, at the level that he, really can produce those shots. And as I move through here, I'm really hoping that Tim Falls can start putting his numbers on his side of the board, so that way we can even out this match and see if these players can't get hill-hill, because a hill-hill match is, one of the big things, as competitors we're always looking for. We don't always often want to shut the other player out. Sometimes it's just a better game to compete as you're just back and forth, who's doing the details better. So we're using CSIB CA rules, 2-3 in the corners, the backside of the rack. Nice break by Zane. One is he can see the one, but it doesn't have an easy pocket. But the 1-8, it looks like that might be the 8 down there by the 1, has an opportunity for a combo. He's going to thin that 1 a lot to get that 8 rolling, and he does. Keeps the speed for the 1. He can back cut this or bank it. It looks like he left himself with enough angle to bank it and potentially draw the cue ball out of the way. Otherwise, he's looking how thin this is, but looking at shape to the 2 ball. He's got to really work himself around the table to shape the 2 ball. After what I think he's going to thin that 1 by his body. No, he actually went for the bank. All right.
Oh, and he left himself a little bit of a cut shot here. Now, I'm noticing on our commentary, I see your mic flash. I don't have any notification here. My mic says it's on. This all says I am on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. All right, Mr. Falls, I think you need to start taking advantage of some of these little misses. Or a lot of times when I'm struggling in the end part of a rack, I'll switch the gear. I'll mess the rack up a little bit and let my opponent half get out, and then make the percentages of him having a mistake in the later run, and not me.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I see that a lot.
That's a skill that I've developed over, I think, probably the last year myself. And I've learned that from being out there playing league or playing tournaments, where when you're playing a higher skilled player, a player that's maybe 100 points Fargo higher than yours, they'll do that.
Where do you think the cue ball should go here?
Is it the 3 ball he's looking at there, or
the 2 ball is what his ball hit the hit is?
I think the cue ball should be behind the 5. If that's the 5 or the 7.
I think it's the 7.
Okay, so
I absolutely agree.
I want the cue ball behind the 7, tied up as tight as possible. But you're looking at rail speed from the first rail, letting it die to the 7 lockup.
Well, yeah, because you're not hitting the 2 ball hard, and
Exactly.
you hit it like that, and all of a sudden you're like, dang it.
Yeah. What I've learned from playing other games like One Pocket and Straight Pool and games of that nature is you thin those. You have to learn to get thinner and thinner and control how thin you can get.
Well, what I like with that shot, he had an angle to draw the ball and get the ball down here.
Hmm.
He could have brought the 2 ball all the way down here.
The Zane should go forward with this maybe and get 2 rail shape or 1 rail
No, I
shape.
think you just stop it. Well, that works too, a little bit closer. But the angle here is what I like. It's either you want to be straight on for the 9 ball on the side, because that's a perfect shot to roll down for the 10 in the lower right.
See, I saw the same thing. I think maybe
So
kind of
now
say,
he just switched. Now his leave here should also be for the lower right on the 10, and it would just be straight follow.
now, should he go forward here, hitting the 9 in, and then put the 10
Well,
in the same pocket as
no,
the
if
9?
he's playing it aside, you're just going to straight follow, and you're playing the 10 in the
Yeah, if you're
lower
playing on the
left.
side, but if you play that, that's the problem with playing it on the side, though. If he played that down table and he put top on it, he would have had, I think, a higher percentage of making the ball, and then his shape would have just drifted to put the 10 in the same pocket, the 9 in the same.
Yes. No, it's just better stroke shot. The side pocket cut there had to be good, but kind of delicate because it's narrow coming in at that angle.
Exactly.
The
And
9 ball here, this is one pocket mentality. 9 in the lower right, and the 10.
absolutely.
All
Tim
right, all
falls,
right,
trips
Tim.
it out. Left himself back on that angle that he's not liking, but
I'm not saying a word.
he's working on it. Let's see him get through this
Mm-hmm.
and execute. Hate seeing this.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Paul's phenomenal player, phenomenal person. Just that final ball.
Well, he's just in a little bit of a flop zone, I think. He's starting to get frustrated. Hopefully, he can forgive himself and get out of his own head, because that's what's happening.
Absolutely, and we've all been there.
Yep, I'm guilty.
Yeah, guilty. I'm just as good at doing this as he is. I'm just now, like, after a year of work, getting to where I'm not doing it at the level
Mm-hmm.
I was doing it a year ago. Because a year ago I was doing exactly, this sort of thing consistently, and I'm about, half or twice as good at not doing it now as I was then. But yeah, I'm in here working on those back cut shots and a lot of the elements of just control and the minor, like the 10% details of executing.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to be out there every day, just making those
Mm-hmm.
reps, making those adjustments.
I think one of the key things, though, yeah, you have to be practicing it every day, but you've got to be thinking it even when you're not playing. Oh, this table's going to open up pretty deep here. Yeah, one up here, down here in the lower right. This looks like a pretty sexy run here. Let's see if Zane can pull it off.
So one to the corner pocket. Is that the one or the 9 ball? That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, 9's on the upper rail.
I see that.
Yeah. See one in the lower right. The shape, you need the shape on the 2 to get to the 3. Nails that. So okay, you left yourself draw shape. So now you want to come all the way, draw back to the rail, or almost to the rail. Okay, he pitched the ball up table. This still allows him to shape the 4. And you get a good shape on the 4 to get side pocket shape on the 5. This should be all over. And see, that's why I wanted him to stroke and draw back to almost straight on the 3 ball, so he can control that 4 ball better.
A little bit of body movement
Oh,
there.
yeah. He did. He got and just looked like a tiny bit of a rush and just stroked a little quick. Wasn't as consistent as the rest of his strokes were. And that's another thing I was gonna try to point out is watching them stroke. How consistent is their routine? And this is another point I like to bring up when giving any kind of lessons for people. Even if some of your mechanics are bad, the consistency is the key. If you're playing with your stroke routine and you want to go 1 2 1 2, and you do that for a couple stroke routines, and you go 1 2 3 4, stroke, that inconsistency in that routine is going to create mistakes. It just
100%.
does. If you can keep your routine as consistent as possible, he should have let that ball come thin out to the middle of the table for a side pocket leave on the 5. Higher percentage and
Yep.
higher percentage to get out.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see what he does here, because he might have seen seen or felt something a little bit different.
Well, he did. I don't think he wanted the cue ball to tuck that way. I think he was trying to hit it thick, and he come out pretty good here, I think. Well, maybe not. I think Zane's got the rail to play with there.
Now here he's going to come off the inside edge of that, rail as well to try to get that shape.
Yeah, the 9 ball stopped him fairly good. Shape to the 8 will be difficult here. His cue ball is going away. If he follows, it's running into the right side of the 10 from our view.
Yeah, Zane being a slightly bigger body individual too, he can get a little more stroke if he wants it with a little less effort, but he leaves himself a fairly steep cut.
Very steep cut. Whether he goes, he's going to bank this, isn't he? Did he call that in the corner or the side? Side.
Side
and
bank.
hit it. Oh, it came a little light, but good shot. Cue ball went around the 9.
If you go for this bank, you might get really good shape on the 10 ball naturally. He says he says he's going to try and miss the scratch. He pointed at the side pocket there because this does like the scratch.
He did miss the scratch by 3 diamonds. He didn't make the ball. That's why he got all of that. But I think he could have easily went diamond and a half past the right side pocket, just cutting it in. But that's the difference between the thick hit and the thin hit.
Well, Tim Falls here, you're having a great opportunity to try to shape this 10 ball.
Coming 2 rails. Oh, he hit this pretty stiff. He needs something nice and straight here.
He does.
All right, Tim. I'm rooting for you, buddy. Let's go. All right, Tim lining up. I'm pretty sure he's playing this in the upper right corner.
He's taking his time with it.
Yep. All right.
Center
Tim
pocket.
Falls gets one. No goose egg in this match. I always hate seeing a goose egg, especially being in one. Even times when I'm on the winning side of someone getting a goose egg, it's kind of like, come on, get a game, man. Get a game.
All right. So alternate break format. 10 ball. Race to 9. Zane Morris racking. Rack your own.
Zane leading. It is now a 4-8 race. Tim has to outshoot Zane a little better than 2-1 for the rest of this match. We shall see. I think Zane is making a lot better shots, and these chairs are very comfortable, by the way.
I'm glad that
this makes me want. I think I could just come over here and commentate matches from here on in.
Well, you're more than welcome to. That's what it's here for.
Well, Lincoln City's been going on, and EvoSports I don't know if just the guys down there are going to be commentating, but it's remote. So I thought about trying to hop in there, doing a little bit. I actually feel kind of bad at the construction stuff that we had going on at the house, and me being off work. I've had plenty of opportunity to commentate, and I have not outside of Distinguished Billiards.
Well, the platform is there for expansion of billiards in all ways and across the entire world, actually. So
No, it's one of the greatest streaming platforms got, and it does make it really simple to be able to commentate. I mean, if you're hooked up with EvoSports in this fashion, but what a platform!
two-row kick here for Tim Falls.
I think that would probably be the best because I think you can miss the 5. Let's draw a little bit of a line here from here. And you're probably wanting to come in just almost into here. And then into here. This is about where the line, I think, should be. And if you want to know where those lines are, if you're measuring, you take the distance off of the rail where you want to hit the ball and come out here, and there's your aim point. A good hit, but he's going to scratch here. So what I did is I just showed a mirror theory on how to hit your kick shots. I watched SVB in several tournaments lining up, measuring, and realized, hey, that works pretty good. You don't want to get greedy here.
Yeah, sometimes it's better just to take the other angle and not be perfect and make that
Well,
adjustment 2 balls later.
I'd rather have the thin cut here with the 4 to have the cue ball speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm not playing draw on that, nor would I hit it that hard. I would dead ball that with right spin and just let that drift past.
Exactly, and that was something that I've been working on a lot too recently. When you're using the rails to do things, is understanding am I pushing off the rail? Am I spinning off the rail, or am I drifting off the rail?
Yeah, I mean, because if you're going to use your thin line and gain your cue ball speed, then all you need to do is direct the cue ball. You don't have to hit it. You can just let the pocket speed shot take the cue ball speed and roll. Other times you have to manufacture. I mean, you have to add English sometimes to be able to gain speed, or even sometimes it's like on a long draw stroke, but you need a ball to roll forward. But if you just roll the ball, you know that it's going to go 2 rotations forward, and you don't need that. You need a half a ball forward. So that's where that slip draw stroke can come in. Tim fails to hit the 5 here. Zane looking at all the balls. It's the 6 to the 7 that's the key for the out in this rack here.
Yeah, that's the thing I was looking at too just now, Jason, was where that lie is, and exactly understanding whether you're going to be underneath or kind of over top coming through the 6 ball for that 7, because then you got to know where it's going to be for the 8.
There's 2 options. I either want to be over here, or I want to be over here. Now Zane is pretty straight with this.
I expect him to go forward here and try to follow with inside.
I do expect him to
take the thin angle for the 7.
Draw that? No, he needs the outside. Okay, that was a pretty good stroke.
That was dangerous.
That was a really good stroke. And with control, because that was where I was looking for shape when I put the dot on the left side over there for that shot. No treetop. Yeah. If you can stop shot this, it's preferable.
Shortening the way you finish the stroke would help there. And that's what he tried to do. You just can't accelerate. You just have to shorten finishing. You almost have to start that stroke a lot sooner and just trust yourself.
I am pulling for Tim to get back in this match. I know we're not supposed to add a commentator, but I know both of these guys. But I'm rooting for a hill match, I guess.
And that's exactly what I was saying earlier too, Jason. Is yeah, I'm not taking sides. I'm always a champion for who's at the table, but I would like to see this tighten up.
It's like I like them both to feel good about how they're hitting the ball and get down to the last rack. I mean, uh, the match that I played with Tabo, I think that was one of the funner matches I've played in a long time, and it really he made me play. I mean, he really made me play, and I really enjoy that. Tavo Borrego, if you're out there and listening, miss you, man.
Yeah, Taba was a big part of Top of the Valley and did really well with not only competing, but as a commentator, he's done well now because he stepped up to help commentate and
Oh,
just every aspect of who he is and what he does for the sport. We can only all just stand up and give him
oh,
a head ovation.
yeah, I absolutely love his enthusiasm for the game, the commentating, and he's a great guy.
And his commitment to being excellent is actually also very high. Now, I don't mind this angle. Although it's a back cut, it's a rolling edge back cut.
I
And,
I I don't mind this angle at all. Being that far out, diamond and a half. It's just a little bit of English control. I mean, I definitely am going to put the cue ball over here with some outside spin.
oh, absolutely. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing and just let it
Yep.
die. And
Uh,
you get that die on that line. And yeah, that's what you get. And that's what I expect Tim Falls to deliver. So, oh, he got a little heavy handed on the EvoSports tablet there, but he's getting closer. See, there he goes. He's got it figured out. It's
they figured out. No, I had that problem when I was playing
yeah,
Tavo. All of a sudden, it says, "Well, what happened there?" Oh, if you move your finger up and down, that's what happens.
yeah. So great system. But this is Tim Paul's first time using EvoSports or being a part of that too. So
Yeah,
he's played in Top of the Valley. The first 2 seasons, I believe. He's been around.
yeah. I like to see some players get back in. I will be hopping into Top of the Valley here when I'm back to work. I've been laid off for a little bit of a while, but I really like the Top of the Valley platform. I think it's fun. It's a different way to get in matches, and you're playing at least a match a week, basically.
Mhm.
When you've got plenty of people. We're a little bit
Yeah,
light right now. I mean,
a couple different things. Just different leagues and economies and stuff like that having some effects. But we'll get the growth pattern up. But the thing here too with these two players, side note from this game is they both play golf as well. There's a lot of pool players that do play golf. I know me and Jason do not, but however, they are also competitors on the golf course.
okay. Oh, I think that's awesome. You know, somebody who's actually a pretty good golfer right here is Dane Ireland.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard that. Dane's talked about that he does that as well. Dane Island's also a local player who's a very strong player, about a 6'29", 6'27" Fargo.
Yep.
He's been over here. He's been on Distinguished Billiards. He's played some Friday night events here with me. And but yeah, he's always ready for growth and action. And Dane can shoot at a very strong level when he finds his gear.
Oh yeah. I've played many a game with Dane Ireland. His cues used to live at the house, and then he's started to get out and play more, and actually kind of not played a lot.
Yeah, I think he's played more over here than anywhere recently. He's been over
Yeah,
here a few weekends in a
yeah.
row, but and Dane being he's a full size gentleman. He's like 6'7",
He's
something like
a
that.
6'8" Hawaiian that shrunk an inch. He's a big man.
But when your standard pool cue is 58 inches, and he uses a 65-inch cue.
He's, yeah, 64, 65 right in there.
Yeah. So
Oh,
there's just a difference of the things that adjustments players have to make depending on their body type and size. But
yeah. Well, Dane's arms are so long, That I mean, Zane's a big guy.
Zane's about 6'4",
Don't get me
6'5",
wrong.
6'5".
Zane's up there, but he doesn't have the pendulum of and girth that Dane Ireland does by any means.
No, the arm weight and stuff like that. But also, when we talk about the way players hit the ball too, though, Jason, you want to talk about how they grip their cue,
Mm-hmm.
and so you have a bunch of
Zane's is
different
light.
grips. Yeah.
Zane, for such a big guy, he doesn't grip the cue. That cue's kind of, when he finishes the stroke, it slides and he catches it.
Yeah.
And that allows a lot of wrist action, and he's got like 8 inches longer arms than most of us.
Yeah.
That's a pretty decent little safe right there. All right, let's get back to the match here. Greg and I are talking about another gentleman up in this area when we should be commentating this match. Tim's going to take a little thin hit on the 2 here. Might have the 9. Ooh. The 5 ball had something else to say.
But looking at this table, ball in hands, an opportunity, but I mean, really, do you just go for a safety here?
Well, you absolutely could. He might be playing a safety. I mean, there is out capability, but
There is, but
he lost that one. He was trying to put the cue ball behind the 9. I think he expected the 2 to be up in this area, and he expected to try to get the cue here, but with the 3 ball attack, it completely stopped the 2 ball, and the cue ball went a little far.
I liked what he did there. I liked the way he presented the speed to the ball. It just didn't quite pay off.
Zane's gonna, if he's playing this cut, he's got to roll this cue ball around the table a bit. No, he's trying to play more safe, and I think he did fairly effective. I think with this shot here, you need to play 2 rails around the back side of the 2.
That's exactly what I was about to
and
say.
get the 2 balls to come in like this line, something like this.
Because is that the 3
then
or the
you
5
get
up there?
then you get the cue ball to come off and just bump into the 3, and you can use those the 8, 5, 2. All right, well.
Exactly. It really that sort of shot becomes a speed controlled game.
Oh, absolutely. But what's nice, if you hit the thin side on the back of the 2, your cue ball is going to slide right into the 3, and the 2 ball takes a different angle. Oh, look at this. Okay. Zane makes a wacky hit, but leaves the 2 open. 2 to the 3 is right there. 5 ball is now open. 4 ball is right next to the cue ball.
6-9.
6-9 that's going to be issue. And there is safe opportunity with those balls if you want to think that way. I suppose you could play the carom on the 9 ball fairly easy as well. Yeah, Tim needed a little bit of draw on that ball.
Thinking about a little bit of inside spin on this cut shot. What do you think?
It looks like he's using a little inside.
And you overcut it and speed it like that. That was well done.
He's okay. But on that 3 ball cut, believe it or not, I use low extreme right on that shot, but you're not drawing the ball at all.
No, you're drifting
it. It actually catches, and you could probably spin off the far rail and into the 8, or catch the 8 for the 4 inside. That was where my brain was trying to. Yeah. So I told him you need a little bit more draw on the 2 ball shot to get to the 3.
Yeah, might see a big draw punch here if he doesn't go a different way with it to get shape.
Looks like he's hitting some low.
He went forward.
He followed it, and he did decent. Yeah. If this hits the 6 out, ooh, brutal. Yep, he's got that knowing nod right there, going, "Yep, I did that to myself."
That's just unfortunate. That was a great shot and a great stroke.
It was. You just come around that 8 really thin, and then
Yeah, that's
no offense, Tim.
that's
You're
just
just you're not getting some decent rolls today.
he's calling it up table. He has potentially an opportunity.
Looks like he's got just enough. I don't know. I mean, you want to look at it. I think the 5, yeah, I don't know. That looks about equal distance. So that's about where he should be aiming. He did it. Did it clean too.
So Zane gets up here now, but now Zane still has the 6-9 problem.
Well,
So
absolutely. I don't think Tim did not want to disturb those because it still leaves something for your opponent to deal with.
looks like Zane's going to maybe come down the table and try to kick out the 6, but he's not.
You know?
All right,
He
not
kind
a
of
bad move.
slipped out of his follow through on that, and he's. I think what happened was he's thinking about this down here and knows I don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, and that's where sometimes too, when you think strategy, you look at the score and go, "I'm up 3 racks. I don't have to do something right now."
I and then there he hits the 8 and screws himself. Man, I am feeling for Tim Falls today.
All right, so he's got a
I mean,
kick,
I think it
jump.
would have been worth it with the 5 ball to play the cross corner
Hmm.
and get the cue ball to come down table.
What if you would have just thinned it out all the way and get a little more stroke through the draw?
He didn't draw the ball at all.
No, no, I'm saying that if you would have went to the other side of him that shot it.
Well, yeah, he could have drew out of that a little bit. I mean, he had a lighter angle. I think he could have missed the 8 too
Mhm.
to cheat the left side of the
Oh,
pocket.
absolutely, he
Hit
absolutely
it
could
just
have.
a tiny bit thicker, but use your extreme right to force above the 8 because the cue ball's about where the 8 was.
Well, I think in
The
that
8
point
ball was over here.
you use a little more of a follow aggressive, not aggressive, but follow stroke with a later acceleration. Oof, nice kick to the contact, but now Zane can get pot that 6 ball in the other corner.
Yep,
Try to see if he can shape the 8 ball.
I
Oh,
think
he's going for a 3 foul.
he's going to play the 9.
Oh, you think he's playing the
Yeah,
9?
it's
Okay,
see that carom shot wasn't terrible,
okay, yeah, I guess you're correct.
especially with the ball in hand. I mean, it's controllable shape with the 6.
I sit corrected.
It's just one of the things to do, but this is actually
Ooh,
Tim.
oh no.
I think Tim's going to get back in this match. We're going to have one of those hillies. And you notice 3 balls left, and Zane makes a mistake.
Yeah, the momentum can shift.
Oh,
Tim,
don't get above it too much.
that's not bad. You can do what you want here, really.
Well, I like the thin on the 6, using a little left English and just use the thin ball speed for the cue ball and be not where this shot is, but that's okay.
Yeah, he
He
put a
he
nice,
he, he took
nice
his
intense
medicine,
stroke with it. Yeah,
which is fine. This is not an out of range shot at all.
yeah, and the shirt he's wearing is quite powerful as well. So I think that should maybe play into his game. He
Okay, there you
gets
go,
up
Mr.
3.
Falls. He's getting right
Yeah.
back on it.
Now we're getting closer to getting some momentum the other way.
Hmm.
Got a 2 game separation, and that's where consistency per rack really can add up.
Yes, sir.
Because now we've got 2 mistakes from Zane late in the rack. With some battles of some balls that are just less percentages, and here we
Yep.
go, 3-5.
And Tim is closing in on the target object of 2+ games to Zane's 1.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what it's going to take to be able to win the match.
but that's the thing too of understanding of just you don't stop, you don't You don't give up. You keep driving forward and giving it your best
Yes.
effort.
So,
And that's kind of what this is showing up here at the moment, where you've got a couple racks going back to Tim Falls here. As they're getting through this near the midpoint of this race tonight.
I kind of like this layout. Zane did a pretty good little break here. The one, maybe pocket speed. Don't use any heavy draw. 5, just a touch little bit to follow, lining up the 2 for the upper left corner. Let's see how straight he can do this. You get past the 7, that 3 ball's pretty decent.
Oftentimes you want to overdo these things a little bit too. So being reserved and not decelerating your stroke I think is a big key. And he did well with that one, I believe. He put himself on the thin side of the back edge, but
Yeah, he did. He's low outside on this. And yeah, hit it just a touch flat.
yeah.
But that's the way you wanted to hit it. To get low. That's a roll again.
Well, I think what happens too with those sort of things too, Jason, with those shots like that Zane just attempted there, is that you kind of get in your head about you didn't get there, and then you don't apply the consistency of your routine like you were speaking about earlier, and that's what happens.
That's absolutely true.
And recognizing that and learning how to make sure you get through that correctly and make those adjustments, are really key to playing pool at high level.
Decent hit for Tim Falls here. Zane looking, I don't know if that's cuttable. Sometimes where's my, way over there. Okay. So this line, I'm not sure if that's cuttable. He's going to play a little bit of a safe here, but I think he has sold it out. I think the 4 ball goes pretty good. Little inside English on the combo here with the 2 ball into the 4.
They expect the cue ball to maybe come up between the 9 and the 10 through that window there.
That's why I said high right. You cut this in, but you put the right English on. There you go. You get the cue ball to come up into the 9. He just missed. He hit on the rail side of the 4 as opposed to the.
But he got a decent roll out of that one that time. Though.
He did. He did.
A couple more going in Tim Falls' favor at this point.
I made that cut. He cut it past the 4. And Tim has taken some due diligent look at the 3 here. But that 2 ball is tough all on its own.
Now, I look at this 2 ball, Jason, as a bank shot inside the pocket. Myself.
Oh, yeah. You're rattling that. You're playing the 2 off of the. You're not cutting it in.
He kind of stunned it in a little bit.
And he actually come out looking pretty good.
He did.
But I still think that I play safe with this 3.
You think so?
Oh, it's so manageable.
With the safe? You're still going safe here?
He's
got
the shot. Called it, though. See? It's at such a little bit of an angle. The 9 and 10 are kind of an eyeball whacker.
Yeah,
I play the stop shot on a mock bank shot with the 3. That cue ball is stuck right behind the 9. Absolutely stuck, almost frozen.
I noticed that too. And something I was thinking about talking about was that with that 9 ball there, it does your eyes just don't quite focus as well if it's not there.
Yeah. Change your point of view on that, and you just look at it. Oh, if I just stop shot this 3 and pin the ball frozen on the 9. Well, my chances at winning this with a ball in hand are so much greater.
Absolutely.
Because to follow through with the 3 like he did, he still had to get around the 10. Had he made the 3, he's hitting the 10 more full, which makes it a little bit more difficult to get on the positive side of the 4.
Yeah. Zane making a nice follow through 3-rail shape here, coming off the 9 for the
Yes,
8.
right.
Sends it
Oh,
up.
oh, 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 oh. Oh, he gets a little bit of point love.
Or see if he's going to draw this, or
Yeah,
he's going to go forward with it a little bit.
I think he's going to do a little bit of the draw.
Like a stun draw
He
like
did,
that.
and he came right back up. That was decent.
Yeah, I think he wanted to be on the other side of the way he was pointing his cue, and but he gets to a side where he can still pop the ball.
Ooh,
Ooh,
and see, there's those mistakes late in the rack.
yeah. I don't want to see Tim rush up here. Just Tim, just come up
No,
and take time look at the 10 ball.
follow your routine, trust it,
Yeah,
watch the ball into the hole.
he's free stroking, getting a feel for what it's going to take to speed this ball correctly to the pocket because you are kind of steering this with a little bit of speed, and he controls it and gets there.
Perfect.
Yeah, really like the execution there of Tim Paulson.
Right.
Not getting up, not rushing the shot, taking his time, getting a feel for it.
It's almost a tie match.
Yeah, he's putting the effort in, staying in it, finding just the correct outs when Zane's making that late mistake in the rack now, and earlier Tim was making those mistakes, and now Tim's getting the advantage here and getting it close to tied up here mid match.
Tim falls to take his third break.
Both the players, we got like a 5-point difference in Fargo, so that's where you're going to see some of those inconsistencies. And I don't want to say consistencies, but it really is what it is. It's just is you're going to one player's going to be high, one player's going to be low. You're going to go back and forth like that through the entire match potentially.
You look at the viewpoint; they're under 500 players. Okay, if you want to go off the algorithm of Fargo, and it is fairly accurate. I'd say that that number more represents a percentage of mistakes, and the higher your Fargo number is less amount of mistakes.
That is true.
Yeah, those mistakes go across the categories of all your stroke mechanics or mental or whatever.
But no, however, I think that's very true from around early 400, 450 players up to about 550. After about 550, though, I feel like now we have skill set percentages versus consistent percentages.
No,
to some degree.
Even those are consistency percentages.
They are, but there's no way a 450 is jumping the ball the way a 750 is, or kicking the ball the way a 750 is.
Well, no, they're not. But you got to look at it. Okay, 650 player. I guarantee you, he probably practices his jump shots. He or she will practice jump shots, whereas a 400 level player, 500 level player is they're going to practice enough to learn how to jump. But if you want to get to where that jump shot is a 60%, 70% make, the practice time you have to put in, that consistency, there's a big difference.
Oh, absolutely. I agree completely. But it was just more a point of, at a certain point, it's also the skill set versus the consistency.
Well, yeah.
But it always is, I guess. All right, so good kickoff for
He's going to get behind the 8 here, I think. I think he's got to look at it. Maybe a bank look at it.
Yeah, inside
Did
thin
he
angle.
call it back here on the bottom?
I wouldn't think he would. He did.
He did.
He's going for
a safe shot. I think
Ooh.
it's a window here. There's definitely a window to hit it. There might be a bank shot window. On a line down there and just come off of here on the edge.
I don't like Tim going for this bank shot. I mean, if it's there, he maybe can, but he doesn't need to now. Now it's table control time.
You don't have to, but you need to know where your cue ball can go and where the floor ball can go. because you can't get any tighter than that bank shot.
Now,
So now you either have to. Do you have enough?
does he have this? Sorry, Jason, stepping over this window here to where can he get this going this way? That last line came out a little light, but 3 rails, 4 rails, put the 4 ball behind the 9.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's a tough. I don't know if you can
Well,
cut that.
well, you could cut that. You have to hit it extremely thin, but the 5 ball saves you from anything here, and that's your next ball. But I was to a safe on that last shot. I think would be a lot better. Oh, he gets right through the gap. Oh, look at that. He left the gap. That 4 ball goes down here in the lower right corner all day long.
If it does, I'd like to just see a nice little drift shot here from Tim. The shape of 5.
Yeah, 5's on the rail.
Yeah, you're about a half a tip or maybe a full tip up center, depending on how you stroke the ball, and just let the stroke finish soft. He got a little aggressive with it, but maybe the window needed it. That
And he overcut it and got more speed on the cue ball. That's not an easy shot to hold.
it's not, but that's where I was talking about the soft finish on your stroke without decelerating, which is difficult to do.
Got us a delicate little draw shot here, I think.
I think
Either
it's
that or you
gonna.
follow forward for the side pocket.
I wonder. I think he's either going to hit it.
He's looking at drawing the ball.
Yeah, I think he's going to draw it medium speed, maybe a little big with power. Let's see if he does that or not. Yeah, I think he's going to hit this a little bigger than you'd expect. No, he didn't. He's just going to soft the draw and Schaefer for the side. That's good. Good job today. That's all you can say there.
Well, those were your two options on shape, but the soft
Yeah.
follow lines him up here. Now, if you're, I think you want to be just a touch straighter, but this is well manageable.
Well, I think when you watch a player develop too,
Especially when you
Jason,
get over there like that. Nice shot, Zane.
I think when you watch a player develop, Jason, you see that from Zane here. I think Zane a year ago or whatever it may have been would have tried that big hard draw there, where he did it this way now, and he plays a lot of pool, so I see a little development there, and good for him. Nice
Good
stroke.
stroke, nice
Yeah.
out. Zane should be ahead 6-4 after this 10-ball drop.
Good.
And Zane moves ahead 6-4. There's now a 3-5 match. Oh, Zane was trying to give up.
So yeah, we see saying they're moving coins around the table. That's just the players using another cue or another visual way to represent the games that they've gotten by using the diamonds to show the score. It's kind of an old school tactic.
Well, now that you have the tablet on the sidewall, it shows the score.
Yeah, it's not really needed, but
Exactly.
you just old habits die hard sometimes.
They do. Your little rail markers that fit under the rail. I like them because they can't stuck under. Sometimes your coins can slide under the rail.
Yeah, that's the thing I've never liked about the coins is
And
they can all get stuck.
but it's just the visual of having that little half-inch wide chunk of plastic under the rail. It's, to me, is a visual impairment. I'm used to seeing pennies and quarters, but prefer nothing.
Well, with all the advances today, it's not like it's absolutely as needed as often, but it has its time and place, I assume.
Correct. All right. Zane breaking. Is the 5 gonna go? It is.
Oh,
And he safety poked himself.
I want to call this a push shot to start.
I'm pretty, yeah, that would be my bet. Now, how and where is he going to push? I might push right into the 6 ball here if you've got a straight hit at it.
Well, for all the pool players and then for the not pool players, I guess
Yeah,
you're a push shot.
he's
You can do
going all
whatever
the
you
way
want.
down here, huh?
But if Tim doesn't like what he does, Tim can just
Oh
tell him to deal
no.
with it.
Yeah, well he did leave a kick off the top rail.
And
He,
table control here is going to be
he can
key.
get
So
right up into this area.
I might keep this and do this kick just to from
Well,
Tim Falls to
I
get table control.
I like rolling into that ball. You hit from here, catching this one right into here, making the one come this way, and
Yeah,
getting that cue ball right there.
yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm looking at too. Just the same. Just a nice soft. Let the ball kind of drift off the rail and let this happen. You don't have to make it happen. You just let it happen.
Okay,
Ooh,
well you can go that route too.
well,
I didn't see it, but still worked.
yeah. Zane probably has a kick here though, whereas the other one, the kick would have been a little less
Well,
possible.
looking at what he had to get by on the 8, kind of forced the cue ball to the right side of the one
It
for
makes
him. I
sense.
mean, I guess
Yeah.
he had to kind of check it a little bit to get what I was thinking.
Zane produces a decent kick, and
Okay.
see, that's what you deliver a good safety like Tim Falls did there. Though this is your payment. If you don't get ball in hand, hopefully you get something like this.
Hopefully you get something that you can work with.
Yeah, and he does. Now he's just going to start working on the other ball percentages on the table.
I think this is a low left, a little bit of a draw shot.
Yeah,
I think the 2 ball is a safety ball, or it's going to be Zane's safety ball. I don't see the 2 ball going past the 8 here. That's why I'm calling out safety on it. What are you thinking over there, Zane? Come on, inquiring minds want to know. You know, with that one guaranteed kind of to fall, I think a thin cut at this with maybe a little left English and try to spin back into the rail into like that. Well, he broke him out.
he got half of it.
He got half of it.
Now I'm starting to think you're probably going to see a jump shot here.
Yeah, he's over there by your jump stick area.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's using my jump cues, which he's it's fine. He's allowed to, but
Zane was telling me that he had left his BK Rush
yeah,
somewhere. It was a week before he figured out that he'd left it
yeah,
behind, and
that's what I
now
heard.
it's gone. Oh, good hit, and he got away with it. Tim's looking at a kick shot.
Yeah, coming to the backside of it, maybe try to send it down table and hold it up by is it the 5 ball or a 7?
7 ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he can really get much enough to hold it by the 7, but you can definitely maybe get it down table towards the short rail. Maybe even clip the 7 could help him out here, getting it down table.
Maybe.
Just got to get a feel for.
This is the one that actually,
Yeah, you're hitting that way back edge of it. Yeah,
well, he'd
absolutely.
like to come off the bottom edge here.
Does
And he
not.
did. No,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, foul there because after contact doesn't get a rail.
Oh, well, actually, I want to watch this again up here.
Yeah, I mean,
I
our
mean, he
YouTube
called foul on himself.
That's
Okay. All
it's
right.
questionable, but it's there. Zane, ooh, getting close
Yeah.
to
It wiped his
probably.
feet on the way in, didn't
Yeah, he did.
it? Now, I don't understand.
Powering through some balls here for Zane, but if he
Hit
gets there, he gets there.
and thick. The 9 and 10 open up. Okay. Well, gonna
Gonna
call it
run
on the bank shot.
I think he's gonna cut this and run into the A, but then that cue ball's gonna get a little wild. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Nope, he decides to safety.
And he has left the 6 open.
Yeah. Let's see if Tim can make that. Tim's got to put a little manipulation on the ball here, I think, to shape that 7 in a positive way. He can come forward with. Could he come forward to the outside, maybe a little outside left, and let it run around to shape the 7 to the pocket
Come
down
around
table?
the 9 and 10.
Yeah. And
Um.
that's a spin shot, though, so it's kind of risky, but
Well,
it gets better shape.
yeah, he could. I mean,
Come forward to
I'm
the inside
thinking
table.
he could if he hit the 10 or the 9 here, the 10 on the lower right half of them edges, he'd probably come out okay. Okay, he tried to go 2 rails to shape. Well, definitely convolutes the rack a little.
We can't quite see exactly what Zane can see here coming to the table with that 6 ball.
I'm almost thinking it's like straight in line, center to center, is going to give this little carom
You
the
know,
hit.
let's look at the carom from the 6 off the edge of the 10.
Uh-huh. And it's an almost perfect draw. Okay, he didn't hit that quite right to catch that.
All right,
Okay,
so
well, this cut shot leads natural shape.
yep. And I was about to say, it looks like we had a pool player shot coming up here.
Yep, 3/4 length cut shot on the 6 for a diamond and a quarter. Yeah,
Your average player, nah, it's going to struggle to get this right, but your average pool player or better should do well here.
no, I think one of the keys for me for making these long, thin cuts, lock your eye on your cut spot, and trust your stroke. Don't take your eye off of it.
Jacob Barnhart's jumped in the chat on YouTube.
Oh, hi, Jacob. How are you?
They're saying wants Tim to
Ooh,
take
good
his
cut,
time and
good cut.
get in.
Come on, hit the diamond there. Okay.
It's long, but it's not on the short rail. So
No, you make the 7 though, and you don't scratch, but you've got room for follow on this.
now
Just
this
come down
shot,
to the bottom rail, about a half a diamond, and back up, and you're sitting pretty good.
yeah, this shot here, you hit just a little thinner than you think you hit it. I believe, and you get what you want.
I like that shape on the 8.
Yeah, and he doesn't give Zane anything
No,
for free.
Zane has to earn this.
Now I've been looking at these a little different, Jason. Where I turn this into a 3 to 4 rail release to cut this down table to shape the 8 off of the potting the 7.
And Zane absolutely drills that cut shot.
He does. It's on the bad side of the 8 though. We were working on this shot last night,
Yes, we
Jason.
were. Yes, we were. I think I follow this for the bank shot maybe, but he's going 3 rails. He's going to get short.
It's gonna die out a little bit, yeah.
I mean, because
He's
you
got the.
really have to hit that shot.
I don't know if I like to say hit it. It's more it's just stroke on that
Well,
shot.
yeah,
'Cause-
you need the stroke. Your English has to create your speed,
yeah, absolutely, yeah. You
and
get
the first rail died.
to cheat the pocket and thin the angle to keep that cue ball speed high.
Ooh, we have a ball in hand for Tim Falls with the 9 and 10 left.
All right, Tim Falls getting to the table here. Tim Falls, let's get this point.
I think I like taking the 9 to the lower right here.
I think he's gonna take it forward and put the 10 inside.
Oh no, absolutely. You can do either one. Just there's a little bit more room. And he's going to draw the ball up. That's why I would rather roll with top cutting a
Yeah.
ball to
Well,
play
yeah.
this shape. He drew out, and that's something always that is
Well, yeah. I
can get
wouldn't.
away from you.
I wouldn't draw this myself. I would go forward, but That's what I like to do. He pots
Oh,
the ball. That's all that
what
matters.
a
Nice
shot!
back
Good
cut.
back cut, Tim Falls.
Yeah, brings up to 5-6.
I think we
Tim
should
Falls starting to feel a little bit
probably
better.
talk about some sponsors here, shouldn't we?
Yeah,
Let's talk about our beautiful Salado. They have been a sponsor with us for a while now. We really appreciate them.
we can show the video here then of
Oh,
also what Salado has out there.
Want to feel
yes,
the pressure of competition in
So,
your everyday
little
pool games
video
against your
here.
buddies? Want to send your own matches to FargoRate? Download Salado now. Your race,
And
your
Salado
place.
gives you
It's
the
time to make
opportunity
your
to
matches
go play
count.
anybody. If you
Salado,
have
the
the
Pro
app,
Players
then you
app,
can work
now
on your
featuring
Fargo
monthly
numbers.
cash
You
and
just
prizes.
input your scores, what game you're playing, and for yeah,
yeah,
is is that you can do higher, but it costs a little bit more to do a higher rate. But everything automatically goes to Fargo rate, and a lot of people are want to get better. They want to push those numbers up.
yeah. That's the thing with the Fargo rate too is if you don't have the time to get to the tournaments and or play league and something of that nature, you can still use Solano and get those same reps in, get those same numbers without spending your entire weekend and spending what do you spend $200 or $300 sometimes to play in some of these tournaments between the food and
Oh,
the time.
geez.
Yeah,
Um, let's go. Let's talk about Lincoln City, for instance. Okay, you're it's beautiful down there, but it is a tourist area, and you know you go down there. What is I'd have to check and see what the prices were, but 115 to 125 for a singles entry. Your team entry is what, 400 or 500 bucks. Your Scotch doubles entries close to 200, and you spend that money to go down and play in 3 events, and then every other little thing you're paying money for minis and all of that. Now you got to do your housing. I mean, stuff gets expensive, but you know, uh,
but all that does go to Fargo and everything of that nature. But yeah, without if you wanted to get those Fargo numbers
what a
established,
kick!
oh, that was a nice kick by saying. Yeah, you could use Salado to do the
Oh yeah,
same thing.
well, yeah, you are. No, I agree with you. I got a little bit extensive into going to a big tournament, but you don't have to go to a tournament necessarily at all. I mean, you could just play matches with your buddies at the bar that are involved with Solano as well. And it is. It's an easy way to push your Fargo numbers up.
Saying do the safety here, containment.
This. Oh, we got lucky. Now it's option.
I might give this back, Jason. What do you think? Is knowing that they're
Well,
equally matched, with their Fargos and their shot making ability. Look at the balls tied up.
um, yeah, I don't want anything to do with that 3-5.
Yeah,
I mean, just to get shape on anything for a safety wise really sucks. The
you're
only
thick.
pocket it goes in is the lower right as it stands.
Unless he feels really good about getting a safety to get ball in hand, I feel like it's a situation of what you were saying.
I mean, I'm not sure how much of this because of the angle of the camera. I think he's got a cleaner hit at the 2, but it doesn't go past the 6. So if he's taking this, I'm playing safe with it. But you're right. I think I'd let Zane deal with it rather than take it on myself.
Oh, look at this though! Look at this.
That was pretty slick. He used the 6 to cut the 2 over and his cue ball speed to carry it. That was pretty good.
He'd like to be tied up, but Zane has to deal with this kick situation now.
Yeah, and get shape on the 3. Zane's been kicking the ball pretty good.
He really has, and he does not get there. Don't want to touch that. Let it finish its rotations.
I, I might be a dick, but I might just bank the 2 out and give Zane another kick shot.
I mean, that might be what the situation here. You really look at the angle on that 5 down there. See what you're dealing with, and see what feels
Well,
right.
yeah, I guess that there could be a push bank on the 5 if you so wanted.
This is where playing smart pool really adds up. You really gotta play these balls correctly.
This is like an important decision
Yeah.
in this rack. Do you go for this, or do you try to contain Zane and make him do something else?
I think most of your higher level players might not go for this and go for that second foul and see if you can't get to the third foul. That is unfortunate.
That was the worst possible outcome of
Yeah. See,
that
whereas
shot.
yeah, like we were talking, if you go for that other foul, then
Mhm.
we have a different situation. So, but but depending on what these balls look like, have to. Zane might be looking at going for now his attempt at a second foul, and I think that's what you're going to see here.
Yeah, he's going to go for the 3.
If he's going to go,
He's lined up at it.
oh, okay, wrong ball. Yeah, I see a little bit of my colorblind commentator caught up there because it looked like it was the other ball.
Ooh,
The,
well, well,
the diamond table shows up though.
maybe that was Tim's station.
Yeah.
He's getting his ball back.
Yeah. Yeah, the diamond table does what the diamond table do, right?
Yeah.
You don't get away with that one diamond out on a diamond like you would a Valley or some of the old Brunswicks with different pockets.
Oh, he missed it that just a little
This
bit.
kid,
Oh,
not feeling that as much, but
nope, that puts him on 1. That's great.
because
Because he hit the 3 in the middle.
Yep.
No, he scratched on the 3. He's on 2.
Let's see if
He
Zane's
scratched
setting.
on the 2. He scratched on the 3. So let's see what Zane's doing here. Yes, he is. He's playing the 3 foul.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know if he told him, but I'm assuming he did because he played this.
Yeah, I'm assuming he did as well. He does have a awkward spin of a 2-rail kick, but boy, that's a lot of inside spin. It's possible he could inside spin this.
Well, what he's got, let's take a look at this line. Here, let's go this line to the rail. I mean, that's about the max. And
Oh,
nailed
and
it.
he gets
Just
out
like
of
he
it.
saw my line.
Yeah. Well done, Tim Falls. Well done.
Yeah, saved
But
himself there. Good job. I was going to cringe on the 3 of the foul there because I was thinking he should have been playing 3 fouls.
around the traffic a little.
Uh,
Kind of helps himself really because the way they were before, you had to get flat on the 9 ball to get it to the bottom corner pockets, and now you don't.
Now you got to make sure you get your shape on the 6.
Yeah.
It's going to come heavy.
Oh,
Needed short of center table.
it looks like he might
Well,
have a
he
spin.
might have a little bit here.
Watch the spin for the
Oh,
7.
he did. He just got there.
Gets enough
Come
speed
on,
on it
get up
too.
there. Oh,
Ooh.
that was almost perfect. Beautiful.
I'd go for the back cut bank here because where it ties to where it leads to the 8 ball. What do you think?
I don't like anything to do with that back cut bank on the set.
You don't?
Nope.
Okay.
I got to cut the cue ball this much.
Pocket speed?
Maybe
Maybe not. Had the right idea ish. So it's safety.
Well, it's good ball speed, good containment. I think this is definitely a jump shot here.
He's gonna lead out over the table to jump that
Take
too.
our line from this edge. Yeah, I don't think it fits. Take it from center ball.
He's looking at it like it goes. Remember, it's about a quarter inch. There's a quarter inch that we can't see. Ish. Eighth
Well,
inch.
yeah. The way I'm looking, I get that little bit of digital on the ball. That's pretty clean.
Yeah.
Right? That's what's seen.
Yeah.
Right? But with what we're looking at, yeah, If there's a quarter inch variance, I think he does have a good hit. I
What?
don't think he can make it.
You want to soft forward the stroke some though to stay away from the side pocket, which he does do. Gives away a nice hit with the ZANE, unfortunately though.
It's a natural shape. All you got to
It
do is
is.
just
It's.
on making the ball.
Yeah, I'd put a little bit of top on it and let the cue ball roll
Just a
some.
little bit.
So you shape the 8 ball.
Looks like he's hitting low on it.
Oof. Wanted to keep enough
Did he try
angle.
to punch it?
Maybe he did. I
He
would have just let it get down table, so because then you could get 1 or 2 rail shapes of the 9 mid table from the cue ball. He did leave Tim. It looks like a window to hit the thin edge of it. But now does Tim go for this, or does he look for that safety where he gets the cue ball back up behind the 10 ball?
I'm almost thinking I'd play a mock bank shot to the upper right and just put some draw on this bank shot and try to get the cue ball under the 10-9.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's both those options are there, but it's just what you feel like, I think. But the speed when you're looking at it really becomes the factor. I feel like.
It looks like he's playing the thin cut. Oh, he played the bank. And then the point betrays him.
It's a big bank to go for.
Zane's still got to get some good shape here.
He really does, yeah. And that was the problem with that shot is the shape.
And I think that is just gay, rude luck right
Yeah.
there. Miss the ball that bad, but come out like that.
Yeah.
Not saying it hasn't happened to me. Sometimes you're a little thankful when it happens, but it's one of those jelly rolls. You're like, you didn't deserve that.
Yeah. All right, so Tim's back to he's got a clean kick at it apparently, and the confidence in his stroke looks good. The impact is there. Oh,
Oh, unfortunate.
yeah, that's just back-to-back things that no one wants to deal with or see. That was a nice kick though, Tim Falls. That was a nice kick. All right, so Zane's got ball in hand here. That 8 to the 9 though isn't still free though.
No, it's not. I'm not sure there's enough room to make that 9. I mean, like you said, there's a quarter inch that we don't see. I think this is too steep on the 7. Unless he's trying to pop those open. Oh, yeah. He ain't gonna like that. No one likes shooting this shot. Now you're bridged over the 9. Looks like he caught the top of the ball flat. Dunk. Okay. Tim taking a long look at this off the rail cue ball shot to the 8. I think the 8 goes in the corner. I think there's decent shape to be had if you make it. All right, Tim. Let's go. Ooh. Well, that is straight enough for almost stop shot. Shape to the 9. And we'll follow shape to the 10. Perfect. You got a little angle here on the 9. Drift
Dead
right up
pocket
the opposite pocket.
Just kind of hit center ball here, just a little firm.
That was a
Like
good
that?
shot.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Just slid it over and let the English take it over.
Half a tip to the center of the ball and just put it to the center of the pocket. Like that.
All right, Zane moves ahead 7-5 here with a 2-game lead in the race to 9. Zane only needs 2 more games.
Yeah. Tim Paul's though not out of this thing.
Oh no,
He's
oh no.
really making some moves to keep him in this match. So Zane up to break now, the alternate break format here. Dibs, let's go. If anyone out there is watching and is interested in getting on the stream and having an action match, there's a group on Facebook for it.
Yeah. Here in a little while, I might be down for a little small action. I know a lot of other people. Greg's been discussing about a Canada-Washington money match here in the future. I think that would be exciting. Oh, we have a player break going on. Somebody needs to go potty. This might be our opportunity to take a little bit of drink and snack break.
Yeah, the Salado towel on the table signifies a player break, so we will be back as soon as possible.
That was a very quick player break. I did not expect it to go that fast. All right. Glad I was hanging on right here. All right. Tim Falls breaks and scratches. Use the full 10 balls up there for Zane scratches. Has a ball in hand. Now this is a fairly decent looking little setup here. Excuse me. One ball come out towards center table for the 2. Got the 2 in. A little bit of inside English. For the shooter, it would be left English. Just kind of check up. Try to come short or the right side of the spot as you come up toward the 3. Good hit. Well, that's still manageable. Yeah, that's not terrible either. Now, basically a pocket speed roll on the 3, maybe just a little bit more. Overcut it, leaves a thin cut for Zane. Zane's walking around the table taking a look at this. That was a really that is a really good layout for this table. Here you just want to go over and back and yep, come back over for the 4, not too straight. Now a little low on the side, just make sure you're coming into the 5 line. Ooh, overcuts it. behind, but he does leave Tim a chance here. I think you just use a hold English on the 4, which I would just use not any high really, but more just dead left English, and come 1.5 rails across, so you're almost straight on the 5.
Jason, for the viewers out there too, describe dead English well.
Dead English for me is no top or bottom. And when you just want to go left or right, you don't want to change the direction of the cue ball. You want to maintain a flat line side to side. So now you're going to determine what's going to hold you in that flat line in your English. So you're going to hit the ball dead just the left. The left is going to keep the tiny bit of outside. And that outside English kind of helps the ball in the hole too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a tiny bit thicker.
Yeah, that's a beautiful explanation. It's just I know some people might not understood what you exactly meant with the dead on that. It's a delicate thing to kind of work with,
Explain.
at
Your
times.
tip has no up and down, just left and right.
Yeah.
When I speak on a dead hit, that's what I'm talking about. A lot of times when you're trying to have a slight angle, but you need the cue ball to move on the tangent line that it comes off of your object ball, but you need some distance. Well, now you're going to hit that ball dead. I mean, dead center dead. What a shot.
Oh wow.
What a kick shot, Zane.
Yeah, made that kick and it held some shape for that 7.
Well, yeah, for the 7, but the 8 ball is the shapy one here because he really wants to follow this, and you'd like to get around that. It's a hard jack up, but you'd like to be in this line down here for that 8 ball.
What if he just touches it in with a little inside and just holds for the 8? I don't know if he's got room past the pocket.
No.
No, okay. Ooh, he's gonna get this back, and a nice angle for Tim because now Tim can use the thin side of that cut to shape that 8.
Oh yeah, especially for 7 where it's hidden.
Yeah.
Because now he just comes off of this little spot, and he can use his outside English and
Yeah.
come like this.
And then the angle from there natural to the 9
Yeah.
and to the 10.
I
And
mean,
so yeah.
you have a huge window coming off of here. This is all pretty darn good shape.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a nice pro sort of line to like just let the ball lie into as it just naturally speeds off of the edge of the 7 ball or the 7 ball, yeah.
And it's difficult to judge this. Okay, hit it fat. I think it'll still be okay here. I think.
He said,
Oh.
yeah. I think he's going to hit the fuller side of this cut to the pocket, so he comes down table or he needs to be up table here, the shape. You expect a little bit of draw on this, Jason?
Well, I
draw?
absolutely do. I think
I do too.
you're gonna cheat this line from
Yep.
here into that line. Okay, now you're gonna take that and just use your outside draw.
Yep.
Pull the cue ball down below the 10.
He's setting up to do exactly that. Let's see how well he gets through that shot.
He did. He just crushed it.
Yeah, you see the body language here. He doesn't like that.
Wow.
Now I think now here's where some of those the differential skills can show up, Jason, because
this is where I'm automatically thinking right here is playing this super thin hit right into here and getting this cue ball.
So
I didn't want
I
that one in there.
was thinking about the kick here, and that's why I was saying that like the one pocket skills show up, and the skills where you use this, on the daily, use it often. It's dialed in, you can feel it, you know how to do it, you're confident with it, because it does drift the shape to the 10 ball pretty well.
It very much can. And that wasn't bad. He kind of got away. Zane will take a poke at the cut here. I absolutely would myself. Half table away. I'm gonna spin this in with outside. I don't think you even need to put. Yeah, maybe just a tiny bit of bottom on it. You're gonna come off of this edge, see what kind of you can get.
So now, Jason, I would have done that shot a lot different here. from doing lots of drills in like the last year of I might fin that with a little top right and let the cue ball drift up table and chase the tens into the corner.
Come out off of the line, come this way.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And let that spin from the inside included angle of how that impacts the ball, hitting it
Now,
over thin.
right
Make it
English
hot.
for us or left English for him? Spinning into the side of the shot or spinning away from the shot?
Left English for them because I want the ball to straighten up a little bit.
Yeah, you want it to kill.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then that
And
inside
then
English
straighten
will
up.
kill your ball
Yeah,
speed.
and then the top English is going to let it carry out off the rail.
Well, balls gets away at this a little bit. That was pretty good.
So now the 9 ball's right on that circle between the pockets where you got to be careful not to scratch.
This one, not
Yeah.
at all. You can cut it both corners here and not scratch. You don't have it. There's not an issue here. Now, this 9 ball gets up into here on the spot line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to. But we're down, so we're down low enough.
You think we're down low enough? Okay.
Yeah, because the thin edge of that pocket line,
He's not going to go for it anyway, so it really wouldn't matter.
he's going to force Zane to try to bank out.
Now, this is a nice bank for the side pocket, in my opinion. I like the way this carries to the
Oh,
pocket.
it's sitting good.
Are you going to go I would go forward a little bit with this bank shot with my English. Are you going to go
Well,
forward?
this is damn near a straight line through the 9.
Yeah.
I mean, to get to the side pocket, I mean, if you're aiming the 9, see where my arrow is out here?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. And you're pretty much aiming the 9 that way, and a little bit of follow on it.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. With it's a little bit of top on it, so you get back across the table.
And I think he left himself really good.
He got sexy with it. He left himself a nice shot with a nice angle. Yeah, take your time here. Just take your time and get it to the pocket. That's all
Follow
you
your eyes into the pocket.
Yeah. And he does.
All right, we have a 7-6 match.
That was nice. Well done, Tim Pulse. Way to stay in it.
All right, Zane Morrison is leading 7-6 in a race tonight. Tim Pauls came back from 4-0 down.
Yeah, I think it was. It was a lot. It was steep. It was getting scared.
4-0, we got 1. Then it was 5-1. Yeah, and then he slowly worked himself right back into a tie at 5-5. This is a good match. To be expected.
Yeah,
I know Zane plays a bit.
Yeah, Zane's been playing a lot of pool in the last year.
Okay.
Tim Paul's been playing a relative amount of pool, but I think Zane's been playing more.
Yeah, I know Tim's on a couple of business trips and golf trips and stuff like that. I think Tim's a more diverse in things that he do. I mean, you're going to find that your good pool players, it's pretty much their main hobby. Because it is kind of addicting.
Absolutely. We're two people sitting here commentating on our addiction.
Oh, this is true. I think that's also part of one of the reasons why I like commentating so much. I mean, we're around, we're watching other players and commentating on, the right and wrong way to do things. And I'm not saying that our ways are the right or the wrong.
Or theirs.
Just experience or theirs. It's just take your own shots. We just want to see good competition. And these are all guys that we play with on a fairly consistent basis. Oh, Tim wanted to play a little bit more speed and outside English in that cue ball. I really know that he was wanting that thing right there. Well, maybe right there.
It's really funny, Jason. There's an old player that's been around forever who's a master player, a master pro player, and everything, who does nothing by today's legend or of the book, Bustamante. Nothing he does really matches what you would teach someone. But he is.
You're absolutely right. He has got one of the. Okay. Ugliest, not mechanically correct strokes that you could have. The only other one I could think of is we got to go back in time to Willie Hoppy, who Like little kids, they shoot with a sidearm. That man shot with a sidearm. And it's mechanically out there, but these guys keep their eye on the ball and they just make stuff happen. Bustamante feels it, as a lot of the Filipino players do. But with good mechanics and that wild love of those great shots that the Filipinos make. I mean, you look at James Aranas and Starboy. You see these young Filipino players, even the ladies, dude. They're feeding us our lunch.
No, and so yeah, and so it's and what I'm getting at with that is that you don't have to do it a certain way, but there is a certain way to do it that can be taught.
Oh, absolutely.
But show up and do the work and be your best player.
Agreed. Oh, I kind of like this little thin hit on the one. Just bring the one basically back this way and get the cue ball down in that direction. You can play it that way too.
Kind of the same thing, but you still leak out the look.
Oh, well, now look at the table. Look at all this.
Yeah.
That's I think we're going to be seeing a bit of a kick safe game for about 4 or 5 innings, unless somebody just sells something out and opens up the table.
Well, I think Tim Falls is really focused up now and looking at playing smart pool, and I really like that for him. So I hope he starts producing percentages that really go tight here to start putting ZANE in a way to question
Ball to get down here. Come on.
what's going to happen. He might. I don't think he did.
No,
I
you
know.
got it hit. I think it's open. If you say there's an extra quarter inch there, it's definitely open.
Yeah, there's at least an eighth inch if it's on a quarter. There's enough. I think ZANE can see it. Or he can definitely hit it, but making it, I think he can make it. But would you make it and why? See, that's the thing. Yeah, would you make it and why? And he doesn't.
I know exactly what I'm doing with this shot. I am coming off of this side of the one right here with the cue ball with a lot of right English. I want this one to slide this way, and then I want to spin this ball into here. If you can't get it that way, you need to come this way with it. It's like automatic. That's what I want to do. It looks like there's a bit of a gap on the one, so the way I would go about this is still there. Cutting the one to just to roll up on the 6, and then spinning if you can into the 3. Oh, I don't think you can. Well, okay.
That changes
Right idea,
that.
except for the non-touch of the 1.
Yeah, but that really manipulates the percentages in a certainly different way here now. So ZANE really just has to stay in the game and focus and make his shots work.
Yeah,
Kind of got away from that a little.
when ZANE just rushes just the tiniest bit, I think that's when he gets in the most trouble.
But he gets
He got
back
away
out of
with that.
it. But he does get out of it, or he gets away with it enough that you can't say it's negative. It's
Well,
just
you're right. I mean, it's hard to say that that's the wrong way to approach something when it works out. I mean, absolutely. Put a little inside on that 2-ball cut, came off the 6 and come around for a 3-ball.
But but playing your peers, you're gonna get high results. But playing people above your skill set, though, your results are not going to be as conducive to winning. So that's where you have to get those corrections correct.
Well, ZANE's playing like me. I'm sitting there talking about what I'm doing with the 1. I'm not going to miss kissing that 1.
Yeah.
90% of the time, I'm going to make that hit and get that.
Draw shot for shape here. Yeah, and I agree with you, Jason. Body moves, but really
Still follow through.
Yeah, still follow through, so you can get away with it. To get to the hill here, he gets to the hill.
Okay. On the hill. 8-6.
Right.
All right, well, let's see what goes on here. ZANE having a break for the win. Oh, they didn't move the score, did they? Zane knows he's on the hill. He already moved his quarter, though, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, they'll tap the EvoSports tablet over there soon here.
Yeah, when he goes to break.
Yeah. No, that's the. He's probably a little excited because he's right there. He's ready for ready for what's next.
I do wish that I had a little bit more gusto to gamble a little bit. 'Cause I know when I can really get down and I bear down and I'm really mentally focused or mentally relaxed, I hit the ball great, and my win percentage is right up there. I know it's always a lot of times money makes it a little bit harder for me to play good. For the on
That's a lot of people, Jason. That's not an uncommon aspect of playing the pool for a dollar amount.
correct. I don't.
Oh, look at this! It dry break? Was that dry?
Let's try a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Clean line to the one.
It does. Now the 2 ball looks like it's a side pocket shot here on the left side. Possibly. Either that or you might play safe with it, but let's look on here, depending on how he can hit this and manipulate the cue ball. I mean,
He might hit half the ball and shape the two to the
yeah,
other side.
he might only have that side of the ball he can touch. Okay, this come around, put the ball. Where do you think I would play this, Greg?
I think you kiss the outside edge of the two and put the cue ball up behind the eight ball or the four ball, whatever that is there,
Absolutely.
and then put the two ball across the table. Two ball probably runs into the five a little, but you don't care about that because you care about cue ball speed to tie up on the four. That's all you care about.
Either that, if you can see this line and play the cue ball down here, I like that too. Because then the cue ball comes this way.
But when you look at this, Jason, you look at the back edge of this too. I'm on the
The hell's that?
thing here. I'm on the wrong thing here. Let me move this. That's a cue ball. We don't want that.
Straight line.
Yeah, straight line here. Clear all this out. No, what I was getting at was, and that's a good way to go about it too. But what I was saying before was the back edge of this ball right here, where I'm pointing at.
Uh-huh.
That's what has to hit the front edge of this ball to get the speed to tie up to right there on the previous shot. Is what I was getting at, and that's what a lot of players struggle to understand. And it took me a long time to struggle to understand that as well is how much you have to understand controlling that edge impact through past the center of the ball to control the speed to tie it up to the object ball for the safety. It's like applying the front edge of the ball to pop the ball and get speed control reverse to the backside of the cue ball. And it's a skill set you have to develop. It is not free. You have to work on it a lot.
Oh, yeah. It's a complicated stroke to put in your arsenal, and it must be practiced for it to be effective.
But as soon as you understand that, your percentages will go up for safeties. And just like you've seen my percentages go up for my one pocket control and safety when we're playing, that it's harder and harder for you to have opportunities because I understand more and more.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the concept of one pocket is basically screw your buddy. I mean, you want to make everything he has as hard as possible, and patience to play one pocket. And I think that's a reason why a lot of people don't. They want to make balls. They want to try to run out, and that's what you do on 8 ball and 9 ball and 10 ball. But one pocket it's beautiful. It's chess.
It's a game of the minds.
It's applied thought
Yep.
on a pool table. I mean, I can't say enough about it, but it took me a long time to appreciate one pocket. I remember the first couple games I played at one pocket. Played with a man named Steve Holloway, who was passed on, and at the time, I guess he was like the Washington State one pocket champion. And being young and brash, I said, so I only have to get 8 balls in this pocket before you get 8 balls in this pocket. And he goes, yeah, leave the rack open, and then and I ran a few balls and hugged him and then ran out the rest. And it's that's not how you play one pocket. So play again. I did it again. I got frustrated with me because I was no soft break. I didn't understand that.
No, that's funny. It's a good story, Jason.
Yeah, Steve was one of those guys. I want to talk about Steve a little bit because he has passed on.
I've met him. I met him once too. Talked about that
Yeah,
before.
he had a little bit of alcohol. And he just starts getting boisterous and loud,
Yep.
cocky and rumbly, this kind of thing. He was a very a serious accountant before he started playing pool. But when he started drinking beer and smoking a little weed and playing pool, well, he didn't want any other life than that. It's just a fact.
Tim Fall's going for a big kick
I
here.
think he's going one rail here. Very
Oof.
close.
Oh,
Now, wasn't pay attention. Is that put Tim on two?
but Zane's by what Zane does, well, no, but Zane's calling to the side, but he's just going for a safety.
He's trying to get the cue ball behind the 3 and the 8,
He is.
which
He
he did
does
not accomplish.
I think that goes right back to what we were talking about, or what I was talking about just a couple shots ago, Jason. Where if you want to do that, you want to focus on the cue ball speed and
Well,
accept the object ball. You focus on the
yeah,
cue ball speed, you accept the object ball. And because if you get the cue ball speed right, it technically doesn't matter where the object ball is. And that's not true every time. But in a lot of those safeties, if you're going for the locked up safeties, it doesn't matter where the cue ball is because if it's locked up, it's locked up.
correct.
There's not much you can. But in this opportunity here, he does this, and
Anyway, he left the hit. I don't think this ball can be made in the lower right.
it could bank possibly.
I think, but the one good thing, Tim hasn't disturbed the 3 ball. I think. Okay, that was
Wow.
decent.
Yeah, that's
That was
okay.
an excellent. Now there is a one rail.
There's a 3 rail too, Jason. If you look, that's probably better to take the 1 rail. There is a 3 rail. You look, it goes. I think it goes by the 7 and misses the 6 and impact the ball the other way.
What
But you're jacked up.
down here?
Yeah, that's let's not talk about it. That's the percentage you don't want to take.
No, I like the one rail kick here.
I do too. I do too. He can go over or under with the spin. He can make the choice, whatever feels better for his stroke, and get the hit.
Get some love. I'm pulling for Tim to get a little bit of love on some of these kicks.
Now, yeah,
Zane has had some jelly rolls today.
he early he did. He got a couple of free racks early, but both players have fought hard, so there's no disdain for the situations here at all. I think there's enough room off the rail
Oh,
for
absolutely, one rail
he
kick.
might be able to even make it to the corner pocket there. That kick shot might go off the rail to the corner.
Yeah, very well could. It is a possibility for sure. Also a possibility in the lower left corner pocket. Okay, well he didn't give away anything heavy, but the 2 ball does go in the lower left here. It's a little bit of top and a hair bit of right. Come around the ball. Nope. He hits the hit 6 flat. That leaves another bank shot or safe shot for Zane here on the 3 ball. 4 ball's up there by the 10 ball.
Yeah, it makes it tough to really want to do much here.
Well,
Really got they've really gotten themselves into just a battle situation here towards the end of these
oh,
rounds.
absolutely. And this is, Zane is playing extremely conservative, not going for a whole lot of risky bank shots. He's on the hill.
On the hill, 2 racks behind him. Yeah, he does have he does get the ability to have the advantage of.
Yeah. Are you going for a mass safe?
I think he is going for a mass A shot. He does get some massive. Oh, so close to making that hit back too. But however, it would have to hit on the front end. It would have hit on the back end. I don't know if that 6 or that 5 ball would have contacted the 3 ball. Sorry.
See his tape here on this.
See,
Wow.
Steep.
Wow.
But yeah, watch the bank here though. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't have a
No,
bank.
he's got one rail kick. He's got the 4 up there by the 10 ball.
Oh, I thought he was on the 5 ball. So no, he's got the kick. Just hit the ball. I think it's all he has to do is just hit the ball. Don't worry about it.
Oh, he catches the point and still hits it. My God. Oh, he is just getting some hit rolls, man.
Well, no. Wait. Well, look, this bleeds out nice to the 5 ball. Maybe it's thick. Maybe if he hits it thick or thin, it goes past the 6.
I like the English coming off of this shot.
Yeah.
You know, it comes. Now you're going to use inside English to kill this.
Yeah.
Spread it out. You got a lot of traffic here. Don't
touch it. Ooh.
Just as I say, scratches the worry. He's like, oh.
Yeah, that's mighty tough.
Enough to make 5. I'm not sure he can get it. We don't have that look.
No, he still has. Remember, Jason said it's an 1/8 of an inch, maybe quarter, but it's 1/8 for sure.
Yeah. So. In the middle of the pocket.
Yeah.
I said, I think it's.
No, he's got to spin it a little bit. His body language says it's going to take a little bit of spin, but it's makeable. Oof. Get into it.
Get it. Okay. Oh. That's good.
Yeah. That does not. Zane's just going to kick this a little bit, I think, and just make it another off angle for Tim.
You could play the 5 and still come up safe if you have to.
But he doesn't have to. That's the difference. No, he's going to do it. Go for it, though. Okay.
He did, but he still comes up decent.
He does.
This shape on the 6. That situation, that's why you would call the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got too much wall here, and where your cue ball comes out, you rattle the 5 like that, sits up here. Too easy of a 2-ways.
Now, if you look at the distance of the 5 for the kick, I think if Tim shoots past the pocket off the, oh no, he can see it. Never mind.
Hey, oh yeah, he can see it to hit it. Definitely.
I wasn't quite sure from the angle I'm sitting here in my chair if he could see it to hit it.
I want to see that.
With angle though. The 7 nose down table, so say it's got to get to
the 6 is right in the middle of the table though. Trying to make stuff hard.
No,
it's still a nice little side pocket shot.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to the side pocket now. It's a matter of whether he's going to use the 9 to hold up the ball, or is he going to draw it thin?
Is he playing in the corner?
I don't know why you do that.
Neither do I.
Yeah. Because the cue ball's got too much traffic between the 9 and the 10 to play in the corner. For that reason.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
I gotta look at this replay and see exactly why he did that. And he ended up hitting that with top. I saw the cue ball squirrel.
Yeah.
But we have a screen up that we can Let's see what you guys. So
There's
to
the
us,
side.
it's like a replay.
Look at this.
Oh, Zane hooked himself on the 9.
No, that'd be Tim. But
Oh.
yeah, him too.
Sorry,
That's
but I don't think he hooked himself. I think he can see this.
Oh, okay. Well, good for him. Rail first, just a little bit. Can you get rail first?
If possible.
Yeah, you
I
hit
mean,
the rail
but
first.
I still think he's got plenty controllable with just top spin.
Oh,
English.
it goes in. He's just looking at the 8 because it goes in.
Well, yeah. If you line up on the 8 straight in the side, that's like perfect. Stop shot, and push the ball to the rail when you make the 10.
Pots the ball.
And then he comes around, and it's still good. If the 8 slides past the 9, that's still golden.
I don't know if the 8 goes in the corner, but if it goes in the side. So if he shoots it in the side on a thin angle, does it go? Might.
Not from what I see with our drawn
No,
line.
he's aiming at the side. But if he makes it in the side and gets the spin correct, the 9 either goes in the side or in the corner. So he still looks good. He's just got to be confident and get through the stroke here, off the ball. Oh, and he does.
That's a great stroke.
That is
a great little stroke.
That's what you want to see right there. That is what you want to see.
I'm not messing with the corner here. I think
You're not messing with the corner here,
I don't
Jason?
think I'm messing with the corner pocket here.
I'm messing with the corner here because I can hit full ball and it's going to naturally let the thing go. But you want to go wide ball and take the thin cut on the 10.
I absolutely want to take this. I'm going to shoot this with inside English, right English for 10, and come down here.
That's what he did.
You don't want to go too far.
Just that's what you're stuck with, though.
Now you know what I'm doing?
10.
No, I'm taking this shot. I'm not going to try to put the 10 here. I'm going to roll this cue ball right up to here and try to pop the 10 and bring it right back to my cue ball.
Oh, look at that. That is a smart play, Jason did.
I mean, it's straight up.
I would be forced to play the separation game here myself. With the 10 ball of the
Tim's
center
playing in the side pocket here, which isn't terrible either, but also can be a sell. But no, he ends up good.
Hey,
I'd be happy with that, please.
He's forcing Zane to go for something that's low percentage. But again, Zane's got a rack to play with here, so he can go for something and see if he gets it. That cut bank doesn't go in. Feeds the angle.
Okay.
Tim Falls stays in it, ladies and gentlemen. We will refrain from commentary.
No commentators curse. Okay, he didn't crush the ball.
Beautiful. Well done, Mr. Falls. Mr. Falls goes.
Falls gets the 7. We have an 8-7 match. Tim's breaking.
That was an intense. That was an intense
game. Even for us. I mean, I want the hell match. So.
But yeah, right there you saw that. Rack 6 for Tim Falls and rack 8 for Zane. Right there. I mean, they battled that rack. That was a 30-minute rack.
There was a lot of kicking involved in that rack.
Yeah, it was.
A lot of no, you deal with it. No, you deal with it.
Man, it's become an HBO boxing match here. It's like Tyson. Yeah, you're full on Rocky Creed.
No.
They're really battling. Tim Falls will not give up. Zane Morris working his game the way he does.
All right, folks. All right. EvoSports. What a wonderful video platform. Looks like we're going to have some dryness. All right. Well, let's see who lubes up this dry rack.
Yeah, let's see. Zane's got a thin cut on the 1. Is it the 2 ball that's left on the table or the 4?
2 balls right by the cue ball.
Okay, that's really I was saying that's the 2 or the 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
4's down on the lower left.
Okay.
8 balls right there by the 9.
All right. Yeah, my angle seeing the view's a little off. And
It's all right.
we have 2 different computer systems, a big screen, and there's a lot of screens in this room. But the lead commentator booth where Jason is sitting has the best view, but I see it from the angle. So. All right. So Tim Falls gets to get up with ball in hand. Try to see how we can shape this 2 ball and start working on this rack.
Huh.
How do you feel about the?
Looks like he's like working for straight draw. I think I want to straighten this lineup on the 1, like even with the rail and follow around to the 2.
I kind of felt the same thing. Downhill,
That's
got good shape.
not
No.
terrible because I think you can fit between the 8 and 9 with a little bit of high right. Come back out for the 3. It's up there on the upper rail by the 6. Well, I am seeing a pretty decent workable table here. The 7 goes in the side pocket, which makes it really, really cool. But the 4 to the 5, I think, is going to be the critical. Okay, and the 6 bumps into better shape. So this makes this the 4 to the 5 is the most critical shape here. Uh-oh.
Side pocket.
Oh. Ooh.
All right. So Tim Falls now gets to get back to the table here. He's got 6 balls to make. He's got ball in hand. This is what he wants right now. This is his opportunity to take this to the hill.
Yeah, I kind of like what he's got going on here.
Yeah, he really did too.
I am absolutely shooting this where the 9 cannot be a factor for me.
9, the 9 from the 6 to the 7, correct? Or
well, right now.
Oh no, I think he's doing this pretty well.
I mean, he is. I would have liked to get a little closer to the 6. The 7 ball's got 3 pockets that it goes in easily.
Yeah, it's going to the side
fine.
pocket, yes. But now is he going around the 9 or to? He's going to the left of the 9. So you're going to see two rail shape for the 7. 2 rail shape for the. No, he's going 1 rail shape down the table. Played that a little dangerous.
I hope he can see that.
I believe he probably can, but played that a little dangerously.
I'll bet you he hopes he can see it more than we do.
What's that?
I bet you he hopes he can see it more than we do.
Oh, absolutely.
We're just observers.
He's been looking at it pretty intently though, so
yeah.
The 10's going to help him
I'm drawing
on the 8, I believe, if he pots the ball. Yeah, okay. Go big on the draw a little bit. I wanted to speed the ball in the pocket. Oh, and he drills it in. What a shot. All right, keep that momentum, Tim Falls. Drop that 8 to the side. It's going to drift to the 9 pretty well, isn't it, Jason?
Well, he's got a little bit of an angle. You can straighten it out, playing the 8 off of the 10.
A little bottom right on his 8, on his bottom right on his side. Let it and punch it just a touch.
He's going to go up and back. Look at the shape of the 9 here.
Good shape. He's got to come up table all the way to shape the 10 to the side, right?
Oh, he's pretty straight. He's got some draw shape.
Draw shape.
Realistically, if you get into this line, that's a very cuttable ball.
See, I like the top shape and let the ball finish at the pocket and let the cue ball drift up table. But look at that
Tim strokes the ball even better. Man, I think Tim's getting in stroke here.
All right, Tim. Zane gave it to him.
Zane gave it up. All right.
Oh,
we are hill.
Sportsmanship, hill. High fives. High fives in the booth. High fives on the table.
Oh.
This is what we're talking about.
I think Tim's done a damn good job going
Oh,
before.
he was
Damn.
about 3-4 racks there in the beginning.
Yeah.
Come all the way back to Hill. What a match! This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's all about.
Man, oh man.
$400 on the line. Race to 9.
Or they're 200 ahead?
Huh?
Is it 400 in the middle?
No, it's 200 apiece. So yeah, 400 in the
Okay.
middle. But yeah,
Yeah.
200.
Well, when I saw the money table, I could only do
Okay, yeah,
like 1 and 1. I'm like,
yeah,
who said that? Because I had mentioned $200.
yeah.
Okay, so
No,
it's 400 in the middle. All right, 200
yeah,
ahead.
400 in the middle. Yeah, 200 ahead, 400 in the middle. Here it is. This is it. The final lag. Zane
All right,
won the lag, and that's the big thing about winning the lag too. Is you get to break on the hill.
here we go. The final game. Zane gets away out of the scratch.
3 balls on the
One
break.
ball.
No look on the one though, or no clean look on the one. That was decent break though. Like 3 balls.
Mm-hmm. Man, if you push, where do you think you would push, Greg? I think I would push
I would push out to the left side from where
over
Zane's
here.
standing. Yeah, I want to give the back angle of the one away, so the bank is the only option to push the beyond
Oh,
that's the 2 down
he goes
table.
and pushed the 10 into the mix on that. Okay. I'm not sure I would have wanted to do that because the one is convoluted as it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. But this is how they've been. This is the battles they've been having. Though.
Oh, no,
So
absolutely.
we're setting up those another version of how can we battle here. It's like one of those the final round of boxing where you just at a certain point maybe you start punching the other opponent in the glove to make their hand get tired or miss the way they're going to throw that blow.
Well,
You start punching their
when I
hands.
talk about fighting technique, I mean, I've absolutely used a right hand and punched somebody's arm
Yeah,
out of the way so I could throw a left hook.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I used to watch a lot of boxing. I love boxing. But yeah, this one of those things. Yeah, just start punching their hands.
come
You
up
know,
a
Mike
little bit.
Tyson said it. I think Mike Tyson said it best. If it was him, I think he said, "Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth."
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. There is no more truth. When you get into physicality, you might have, especially sanctioned events, whether it's MMA, boxing, uh, even jiu-jitsu that gets a little aggressive. But everyone has an idea what they're going to do with their opponent if they get smacked in the lips.
Kicks it out, but Tyson. Well, that was like the thing about George Foreman. What his big thing was when he fought is he would just punch you in the arms until you just couldn't hold your arms up because he could just hit you that hard and not get tired.
Well, George Foreman was a big man with massive power.
He was.
I mean, even as he got older, I mean, it was phenomenal when he got the heavyweight title as an old man.
Yeah.
I mean, it just looked like he was getting beat up the whole fight, and then just one punch, done.
Yeah. Because he was just wearing his opponents out physically
Man,
because he could take it. But 2 real kick here.
it might be 2 behind it, and we're just 1 to it. 1 to it.
Oh, he got 2
When
on
he
one.
gets it,
All
he
right.
gets on it. Okay. That 4 ball's still tough, though.
It is.
I don't think that 4 ball is makeable down here. If it is, it's a heck of a spin shot. I'm just trying to look at this through line, right? Is is there contact there? Zane's looking at it too.
So yeah.
I think he's definitely trying for some kind of shape on it. Spin, 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 spin.
He might.
I
I think
wonder
he
if
can
it
make
goes.
this. He might be able to make this now. It's not, it does. It will bank, and he does get these 6 to help it go
He's
in the
calling
pocket
it.
if he's going for it. All right. He actually got to stroke this one a little big.
Oh, I guess he
Okay.
could. Okay.
All right. He
He had
leaped.
me fooled for a second. I thought he was going for the shot.
Is that the 5 in the center of the table by the break?
Yeah, right in the
So-
center of the break line.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the 5.
Right, so
This is
this is tricky.
decent follow shape.
Yeah, as I was saying, you go 2 rails through the follow shape, or if you get 1 at least, you're fine. Maybe under.
I,
Go.
I, the thing is I think that this is handy. Like, how did they go away?
But yeah, just
I'm gonna run this all the way down to here. It's pretty straight. Pretty straight. I'm thinking you're gonna play the 5 past the 6.
he's
He's
there.
going for the side.
Yeah,
Okay.
but now is he going to bank it or cut it on the other side?
Oh no, I think I'm
He's
cutting
calling
it.
the side. Yeah, he's cutting. All right, he likes the angle.
No, I'm absolutely cutting this. Get the cue ball down on the bottom rail or top rail up there.
Unfortunately, though, in the diamond, and that morale is right there. He's got to be a little careful here. There, that's an unfortunate issue.
Oh, that's right. The diamond
Yeah.
end's got the shorty.
Yeah, my apologies, Mister Falls there. But however, you do have a very expensive cue in your hands to make that shot.
No, that's a great little short stick. Ain't gonna lie.
That's a $600 short stick. So take your time. Yeah, there you go. Fill it out. Keep looking at it. Get your eyes right.
Getting down to the last 4 balls here, man.
This
Got it.
Oh, he does get it.
What a shot
What a shot.
under the pressure.
Yeah.
Now, do you play for the side pocket shape or does the 9 slide past the 10? I'm gonna touch this ball right here. And
So I personally might try for the side pocket, but the way he's been
that
shooting,
9 ball
he's
goes.
drawing. He's gonna try to put that 9 past its inability the way he's been shooting his shots. No, he gets
no.
the spin out there.
And he got
Does he? Oh, look at this.
This is stop shape. This is stop
Yeah.
shot.
A little bit inside included angle.
You don't even want to draw this. Just
Yeah, but
Watch it right
just to the left, just a hair on the ball, on the cue ball, though, I think. Just a hair. Just so it drifts outward. Just like that. Take your time and finish it.
Wow.
Is
Let
Zane going to
it
make
out.
him shoot it? Is Zane going to make him shoot
I
it?
would.
I would too, but still. All right.
Okay, folks.
You guys take him out, Jason.
Tim Falls comes from behind, 4-0 behind, to end up winning 9-8. This was a hell of a match. Pardon my French. I'm really impressed. Great match, fellas. All right. Our match today brought to you by EvoSports and Auto Pro. Distinguished. Oh, and they just empty out the box. Oh my God. Oh, those are what you saw dumped to the table. Those are shreds of fake money. And I'm gonna clean them up over the table. I have to laugh. I have to laugh it out. Okay. Tim Falls beats Zane Morrison in a race of 9 and 10 ball. No early 10s. 3 foul in effect. Pretty happy. I'm Jason Fick. I'm going to sign off here and have the guys shut off the tablet. It's been great commentating this match. I hope you all enjoyed and got some information. Signing off. Have a great day.